FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, champions of tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this round 5 of LVO X. I am Dustin Henshaw, being joined by the very large and very handsome Seth Oster.
We're brothers from another mother.
Brothers from another mother. That's why he had to put the glasses on, and I had to wear the blazer. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to tell us apart.
Exactly.
So, we wanted to make sure you guys could enjoy the stream without getting confused between us. We have another banger for you for this round because we are into the 4-0s now.
We are. This is getting real. People are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're seeing the shadow round.
They're seeing the shadow round, and it scares them. They don't want to have to play in it, so they want to get their points. And there's two armies that are going to be clashing pretty hard in melee right now. We have John Lennon with his Tyranids against Lukas Troller with Orks, which is why we brought the Mad Duck on, obviously. If we have Orks on here, we have to have Mad Duck on.
And you know, Dustin has been known to dabble in the nids.
I dabble. I generally pray to them as I am a GSC player. I dabble in them as well. So we need to make sure that we had some good commentating for you on this one. Now, Seth is going to go over the Ork list for you, and I'll obviously go over John's list. The pinnacle Kraken list, I'd call it, I think, at this point.
All right.
It's pretty solid, but let's go over Lukas' list, because I'm actually interested to hear what he brought for this one.
So, Lukas is running Goffs, and it's a variant of the Goff pressure list. He has a War Boss with Brutal Cunning and the Killer Claw and an Attack Squig, and a Combi Scorch on him. And he made that a truck boss, meaning it can get out after the truck moves, which gives that individual model a huge threat range. Thank you, Henry. We also then have a couple units of Beast Snaggle Boys, 10-mans, 2 units of Storm Boys, both 10-mans with claws. And then he's got a second detachment, again, Goffs, Beast Boss on Swigosaur, and he made this the really durable one. He gave it Arta's Nails for -1 to be wounded, and Brutal Cunning, or Beast-Tide Mantle for an extra attack and a 5+ feel no pain. That makes a really durable model because it's already -1 damage. He then has Boss Zagstruck, which is again a huge threat range. On a Wog turn, that guy can go 18 inches in charge with fly. He's got 3 units of 10 Gretchen, 3 small units of Commandos, 5-man, a 5-man unit of Mega Knobs. He also made these Truck Boys, so they go with that Truck Boss, so they can also get out of that truck. He's running 3 small units of Squig Hogs. 2 of them are 4-man, 1 of them is a 3-man, and then he's got 2 Kill Rigs and a truck.
It's a pretty solid list. It's pretty aggro list from the sounds of it.
It is coming at you. That list has one plan, and Lukas is actually already doing that plan.
Literally, as we're speaking about that, he is doing it right now. I actually don't want to take too much away from this because this is a movement phase right now. As you can see, that the Orks are going first, and it looks like he is taking advantage of this full aggression list that he has to go into. It
looks like he's using one of those 10-man units of Storm Boys with that large movement, that 12-inch movement to get up there turn 1. They did end up having, with the terrain placement, John got the first piece of terrain. He placed that center ruin we see there kind of right by those Storm Boys in the middle of the screen. There was no reserves for anyone, so everyone just slapped it all on the table. And it looks like Lukas is going first, and it looks like he's maybe going to try to clear some of those gargoyles out screening there.
Yeah, he wants to get rid of those screens right there because John put those gargoyles, and looks like there's a warrior squad up there in the front just to guard the front line there, so we can't get to any juicy bits in the back yet. Now, that's why it's probably a good idea for him to not overcommit here, because you're not going to get anything really worthwhile, but Storm Boys to kill some gargoyles and warriors is definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, and it looks like he's also sending a little unit of Commandos out.
Yeah, got to get those objectives for sure.
Before we get too deep into it, hit us with that NID list.
I will hit with the NID list for sure, because this NID list might start losing units pretty soon, and we want to talk about it before they start dying. Okay. So, as I said, John is bringing the pinnacle Kraken list, in my opinion. I do really love this list. It is, well, he has the Spores in there, as you can see in the back, come together with all the other stuff to be spawning those free Spore Mines, because this is still Nephilim.
The last time you can
last time you can do that. Only 5 more games of this to do. And we have a Tyrant Guard. We have 3 Zoanthropes, a Neurothrope. Winged Hive Tyrant. The Neurothrope is what has the direct guidance, so it will be giving something a +1 to hit that has core. Usually the Warriors, the Raveners as well.
Yeah, those Raveners get real mean.
Raveners get real mean. He's got 1 Winged Hive Tyrant here. It has the Onslaught, Plague Sweep, and the Maw Claws, so he's going to be getting bigger the more stuff he kills.
There's going to be a lot of units for him to go.
And just re-rolling wounds, because why not?
Yep.
Then he also has 10 Gargoyles, 3 Venom Thropes, 3 more Zoanthropes, and then a 5-man Ravener squad, a 4-man Ravener squad, 3 Biovores for more free spores. Then there's a second detachment with a second unit of Tyrant Guard, and you guessed it, because the second unit of Tyrant Guard, there's a second Hive Tyrant.
That's right. You got to have him paired.
You got to have him paired. It is the flying one, because you saw the Maw Claws in the last one. This one has the Reaper, so it's going to be dishing out those mortal wounds. Two very fast, very threatening flying Hive Tyrants,
yep.
And then 3 Warriors.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but he can still use that strat after he's attacked with one of those Flyrants to bounce back now, right?
Oh, you mean the overrun strategy?
Yeah.
Yes, he can absolutely do that. That is still in play. And there is also a Parasite of Mortrex as well in that list. So there is actually a lot of close combat in both of these lists. It's going to be interesting to see who actually gets the first move on this. And I'm not really sure who wants to make the first move here. John has the screens up, so this is going to be good for Lukas to get rid of those screens early on so we can start getting some juicy bits back there, because there aren't many trading bits on John's side, I think. I think most of them are pretty valuable with the Gargoyles, the Warriors, Tyrant Guard. Even the Zoanthropes will be doing some mortal wounds, but they only want to really hit the juicy stuff, like the big units that the mortal wounds do a lot of damage to, like the kill rigs or the characters, more importantly. So it's... I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Seth?
I don't know. I think Lukas is doing what Orks do when they got the first turn. Most players, and John is a very good player, arguably one of the best in the world. Mm-hmm. He is not going to overextend himself in his deployment. He's going to sit far enough back to make it really hard for Lukas to get a turn 1 charge. So in that case, Orks just try to take a position so that they can try to do a turn 2 wog and go in.
Yeah.
And so that's what it looks like he's doing. He's going to try to send that 1 unit of Storm Boys up, try to clear off that screen, so that when he does that turn 2, he's able to hit some valuable targets. The question is, what is John going to have to replace that Gargoyle screen with? Yeah, or does he want to even replace it, or does he want to start going hard back? I don't think John has enough trade pieces to be able to do that kind of a game with Lukas. He needs to be a little bit more careful with what he fights. He can kill Lukas better at range than Lukas can kill him at range, though. So he wants to try and block off as long as he can without giving away too much of his valuable units and without giving up too much on primary. He's going to need to clear off the center objective there, obviously, and as long as there's not too much that's going to be holding the top left there, I think he should be able to clear Lukas off that one pretty easily, just with Psychic, if nothing else, without committing too much. All right. It's going to be a closer game in terms of where they're going to get their primary from, but a secondary game is going to be the most important part of this game. So why do you want to talk about the Orc secondaries? Tell us about those. Sorry, I'm just getting the chat links so we can see chat.
Oh, yeah, we want to be able to talk to you guys. Give us a second.
So we're good on it.
Yep. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we get the sponsors added here so we can actually dig into this game while the movement phase is going, so you guys can watch the action as it unfolds. So we will be right back.
That's the 3-man red?
Yep.
Understood.
Okay, squad of commandos getting the good bits.
Okay.
That is the end of my movement phase. We're going to go to the psychic phase.
Okay.
Let's see. So I got a 4-inch charge here, and I've got it on that guy, that guy. Is that within 5? I think so.
Yeah, it looks like you got a couple.
So I can definitely kill like a few guys before things get hairy here.
Yep.
So he's going to cast... I've got a thingy for this. I left my house to buy a laser pointer. I may as well use it.
Is he trying to see a Tyrant Guard?
Yep.
What's the spell?
For the word tower.
Oh, for the word tower. Got it. Doesn't look like it.
Okay, that's fine. It's right on the edge, so we'll say
yeah,
no.
it's very close. Okay.
Other shots I could theoretically have? None. So he's not going to cast anything.
All right.
Trying to think of anything that might matter. We just don't want to perils. So we're just not going to bother.
All right.
Does he care about shooting? He could shoot the warriors. He's on range. Okay, so no psychic. We're going to shoot. We'll shoot one laser round into the gargoyles.
Sure. Is everything going there? Or he advanced, so just a laser.
So just
round.
the laser wounding on a 2 kills a guy.
It sure does.
Cool. Other guy, same thing. Kills a guy.
Alas, poor gargoyles. I knew thee well.
R.I.P. Okay. Yeah.
Nick.
Awesome. Charge phase.
Love it.
4-inch charge. 9.
Looks pretty good.
I don't think I'm really going to be able to do much with this. I don't think I'm going to get another green tide point out of this because you're like right on the line.
Yeah, that
And I wanna
looks
kill you.
realistic.
I'm just going to like make it annoying for you to like place spore mines here.
Understandable.
In the fight phase.
If you, I have a 1 CP -1 to hit for gargoyles. I'm unlikely to do it, but if you undercommit, I might.
Yeah, I'm just going to put all of them in and then
Okay, then you'll pretty much be fine.
make it annoying.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. Okay, so that is 10 Store Boys in combat.
That sure is.
So I don't know if you want to use your thing here. They have 3 attacks each.
I do not.
Okay, cool. So here's the, let's do our pile in.
Of course.
We crumbed for Gork.
Or Mark.
One of the 2.
Possibly Mark.
Do you have a way to like get back, what are your army abilities called? Imperatives? From
Imperatives?
units that have died?
Yep.
That costs a CP or something?
1 CP.
Okay, cool.
So if you
Alright.
kill the warriors, I can still activate exploding 6s.
But it'll cost you something.
Yep.
Cool.
And they don't have to be alive. If I, for example, if I went, let me explain it.
Sure.
So if on beginning battle round 2, I called warrior imperative, and then you killed every warrior on the table, I would maintain the imperative through the rest of the round.
Sure.
They only need to be alive when I call it,
Okay.
and I can spend a CP if they're not.
Okay, cool.
Clock to you.
Thanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Is it
7,
3s and 3s?
8, 9. Yes, 3s. 6s explode. Oh, I like these dice.
Okay, that's enough. You're good.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I was waiting to see if you roll called on it. I don't want to waste any more of your time than necessary.
And then we're gonna just like hang out here. I
Okay.
don't think it really matters.
That's the end of the gargoyles.
whatever
We
makes you
knew that was
happy.
going to happen there, though.
Yeah,
so
we're
let's
gonna
talk
go
about
3
the
this
secondaries
way.
here quickly because we want to make sure we
Okay.
get this covered.
Not gonna
So you know what
engage
these
your
guys are
big
trying to do.
mildly
What is
inconvenienced my big
Lukas trying to do
chunguses.
here?
My
So Lucas
chungies,
took Green
chunkalicious
Tide,
lads.
which is
All
a
right,
work
that's
secondary
it.
for having
Chunkalicious definition,
10
make
or
them
more
lads go
orc
crazy?
models
something like that.
in each
I hold the
table
midfield
quarter.
for
Each table quarter, he's
2
able to do
tertiary
that.
points.
Oh,
He'll be
that's a
6
that's a
away
thing
from
right
the
there,
table
isn't it?
quarters.
It is.
He'll get
I'm
1
starting
point.
good bits with this back with the commandos.
Yep, you're good on that front.
And I'll get a 2 on green tide.
Turning
That
up
looks
with
good.
that. It looks based on the
Over to
position.
you.
He's at
Thank
least
you.
going to get 3. I don't know that he was able to get those
sorry, I'm
Storm
not
Boys
used to this.
far enough into John's table quarter to get
2
them
uncorrupted round,
6
2
away
on
from
green tide. Yep.
the upper left quarter. He's also taking no prisoners, which is getting points for killing 10 or more wounds each time he does that. John has a lot of infantry for that. And then he's doing Get the Good Bits, which is another orc-specific one. You can do an action on a midfield objective with core units or your opponent's
I'm
objective.
going to go up to 2.
And it completes
Same.
at the beginning of your next turn, and it gets you 3 points with a max of 5 per turn. But if you do that action with Gretchen, which remember
Right.
Lucas does have 3 squads of, you can get that 3 points at the end of your turn. So potential for that to be maxed out in just 3 turns. So it looks like he's basically trying to cover as much board as he can, get on those objectives with Gretchen, and kill as much of the squishy infantry bits out of John as you can, which also kind of just
I'm just
goes
reading
hand in hand
on
with
the
him
get
playing
the
primary
fine print on get
Yeah,
the good bits while you're
absolutely.
moving.
Perfect.
So I
All
don't
the
do
secondaries are
anything
taking this
funky
one.
with
No
it.
prisoners, obviously. I think it's a
I think
no-brainer.
so. I don't. Lucas does have psychers, so he can't do something like abhor if we wanted to go that way. There's a lot of psychic
Different
potential in
objective
mids.
marker.
So I think it's a solid choice there. The other, you can make the argument
Each
for
unit that
taking
starts
that
to
durable
perform this
beast
action
boss,
must be
the
within range
biggest
of a
and the
different
best.
objective
Oh, yes.
marker.
So
Okay,
that you basically
cool.
can just
That
go
works.
sit on an objective and get 10 points, and if your opponent does send a unit to try to kill it, you can
give
kill
him
that
more?
unit for a few more points. So, but that was that's a call that Lucas had to make, whether he felt like he was going to be able to get more than 10 points on green tide or not. So I think he's feeling like he's going to be covering.
Boys,
the ball bodies. That being
Squig Hog
said,
Boys
John has a
moved.
lot of
Sorry,
ability to
Squig Hog
spend.
Boys moved 10, so
And it might,
16 is
wear
what I'm
through
just going to
that
assume.
old board pretty quick.
Beast
Yeah,
Snagger
for
Boys
sure.
moved 8 out of the transport.
I think
Yep.
John's taking
So,
the secondaries
all right,
here
let's just
too.
go ahead and assume
He has
that
taken
8 manifests
psychic
itself into
interrogation,
14.
which if there's no psychers, there's nothing that can stop him from doing it. And
Well, there are 2 cycles.
so sorry, there are 2 psychers,
Yeah,
but
maybe,
he
maybe
has
not. We'll
2
see.
transports, but they can only carry
This
the
is 11
snaggers,
wounds of
right?
stuff.
The kill rigs can only carry
It
the
is.
snaggers, and he has the battle wagon as well. So it's going to be hard for him to keep all of his characters off the board, which
Yep,
means that John's
that
going to be
beast boss and Zagstruck could go in a transport, but he's probably not going to.
Probably not going to. He could, but it also gives him the option to give more CP. Mm-hmm. And John likes CP.
Well, and the kill rigs are characters too.
The kill rigs are characters too, and you can't put a kill rig in the transport.
This commander unit's the only unit on the objective.
You can't put a kill rig in a kill rig or anything
This one you're going to hold.
Put it on the table.
Of course, you kill the kill rig.
True,
And then you get to
You can do that. So it's going to be very easy to get interrogation. As long, the only downside about that is it means he doesn't want to kill them.
but not yet.
He has other options for it.
And Lucas is going to be throwing those characters.
He is absolutely throwing those characters.
So it's not going to be holding those back so that John can't reach them.
For sure. So it's a perfect choice for that one. He also took banners. This one is the harder one of this because on a 5 objective mission, it means you have to hold more than just your home objective. Obviously, he's going to be holding his home objective as best he can, but against Orks, they're going to be really aggressive. Having some forward banners is going to be hard.
Yeah. How much OBSEC does John have in his army?
Not much. He has the gargoyles and the warriors.
That's it?
That's it.
Lucas only has 2 units of OBSEC.
Oh, sorry. He does have the alien cunning on the parasite.
Okay.
So he has another one, too.
That'll help, because Lucas only has 2 units of OBSEC, both need to be Snaggle Boys.
So this is a non-OBSEC game. So that's actually, okay, so banners makes more sense for him then, because he doesn't have to worry as much of the OBSEC. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then, last but not least, no prisoners as well, because there are a lot of Orks on the table.
There are. I believe it is a full max 15, possibly. Lucas can only get to 14 on no prisoners against John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the secondaries, like we said, because this is all 5 objective missions, I find that secondaries really make the difference.
So smiting,
it's really hard to win the primary game against 2 armies that are going to play very similarly like this. And either one of them get an early lead on primary, that's going to be a huge advantage because it's hard to get those back.
It'll definitely be
back. I know you're all about this point.
We did see, like you said, those Storm Boys did take out that gargoyle screen.
Couldn't have more of it.
Maybe didn't get him as far forward as I thought he was going to move him, try to screen the rest of John's army, but I think we need to step aside for a bit of a advertiser-sponsored break.
Yeah, absolutely. You got John finishing off his movement, so let's get another sponsored break in here so we can get right back to the action because there's going to be a lot more chaos happening soon, so we will be right back.
FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Welcome back to the action. We are just finishing up the movement phase for John here because he probably wants to get in close combat because he did call the warrior imperative on his turn, or at the beginning of the battle round rather. So he's going to have exploding 6s in close combat. So something's going to die right now. What do you think his targets are going to need to be right here, Seth? Because you're the Orc guy. What do you not want to lose on this turn?
I think the as valuable as these Snaggle Boys are, I think the Squig Hogs are really going to carry a lot of weight in this matchup.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to dish out a ton of on the Wog turns, strength 8, neg 2 damage.
Yep.
Which is really going to start mowing through those multi-wound bodies that John's got a lot of. So I think he really needs to try to target those Squig Hogs. If he can bring down a kill rig, that would be great. 2's kind of pushing it. Those are T8.
It looks like he screened the top one a little bit too, and it looks like Lucas is also in the same mindset because those Squig Hogs, they're in the back. Yeah. They are not in an easy position for John to reach right now. So I think Lucas agrees with you that those are important in this match right now.
I think it's important to take a minute and stop. It looks like we are getting a lot of traffic on Twitch right now. With a lot of people who maybe aren't too familiar with the game. But this is Warhammer 40K. This is a tabletop strategy game where people build and paint these lovely armies, and then basically play a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
So think something similar to like XCOM or Men of Honor.
Men of Honor?
No, I'm trying to remember that game. Probably just think of XCOM.
Tabletop strategy games. Think of chess with everything having more rules on a bigger table.
Yep.
That's what this is.
Yep.
Everybody here will be building their own armies and putting them together. Yep. So they can put like 2 queens in a list, but they have to sacrifice a bunch of pawns. It's customizing your army was bring it to. So it's a really, really in-depth game, and the people that have gotten into this hobby have gotten really into this hobby.
Yep.
As you can see, some of these beautifully painted models on the table.
And just a little background on the players we're dealing with here. We have John Lennon. John Lennon is a professional 40K player.
Yes.
This is his full-time job. He's playing 40K. So he actually helps work with a coaching service, Art of War. And then Lukas is like an up-and-coming player in the community. He made it very deep in the tournament last year, and he's having a good run this year. So couldn't ask for better people to have on the stream right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
You have nothing in reserve?
This is actually going to be a really good game for us to watch.
No way to go back into
this is
reserves
the
either.
5th round of this potentially 10-round tournament for these guys.
Yeah.
And they're both 4-0 right now, so they're both still on the track to be able to win this. And one of them will have their dreams crushed of winning LVO this year after this game.
Yeah,
Dreams crushed.
Or maybe both if they draw.
That's so rude. Now, I was trying to be an intrepid young lad prior to this event, and we got some player stats. So I thought we'd throw some player stats here.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Lukas. Lukas is he's from the USA. His ITC rank, which is our ranking system of players, he comes in at 490. His win rate across this season has been 69%. He's been playing primarily Orks, and the highest placing he's had was 6th place at the Pecking Order GT, which is a smaller scale event. Now, John, on the other hand, is a very prolific player. He's also based out of the US. He's ranked 5th in the ITC this season. Coming into this event, he has a season-long win rate of 90.4%.
Wow,
90, folks. Primarily played Tyranids.
Parasite will raise a banner.
And in terms of notable finishes, he's taken 1st place at Warzone Atlanta, which was a 100-player event. 4th place at the U.S. Open in Kansas City. 4th place at the U.S. Open in Chicago. And 1st place at the U.S. Open in Seattle.
So he's been to a couple tournaments and done really well.
He has done very well. Yep. So he is a very accomplished player. He's ranked very highly in the last few seasons. John, whether it's good news or bad news for him, has frequently been called the bridesmaid, not the bride. Lots of seasons he's ranked very high, but he's never made the run all the way to the end of the season. And whoever wins this tournament is probably going to win the entire season.
It's true. There's because something we should point out too, because this isn't the entire season, but it is probably the highest. Not probably, it is the highest point value tournament for these players. And currently, the top-ranked player in the ITC world right now has been knocked out of contention to win this tournament, so he will not get the max points for this. So it has opened up the entire season for somebody else to win this tournament, like John, for example.
Yep, John kind of had, people would say a little slower season compared to previous years, but he was kind of in position to win the 2020, the COVID season, but it didn't pan out for him. And then last year, one of his teammates ended up winning it, Richard Siegler.
Yep.
So there's an argument to be made that the stars might be aligning, and this might be his year.
It might be his year, absolutely. He's got the list for it, because Tyranids right now are absolutely devastating, and this list is.
Hey, you got to be 6 away.
Among the best of the best, with those free spore spotting, blocking movement. And every single piece of this army is so finely tuned to fight this meta. It's exactly what he needs to win this event. And the Orks are not overcommitting yet, which is what.
So I'm filling the bottom floor.
He doesn't want to see that because it's going to force him to actually start doing something back to actually place them
because
earlier than he wants to.
My models are
but it doesn't look like he's going to commit too much either.
Long line here.
Yeah, what do you see out of John's movement phase here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's 6 line right there.
Cool.
All right, done with that. Psychic phase. Psychic interrogation.
Yep.
Off the Neurothrop.
Sure.
Take the 12.
Cool.
Gain a CP. All right. We're going to have this Tyrant cast Smite. It'll hit the Storm Boys.
Sure.
Passes. You're in deny range.
Is that the guy in the
It's
back?
this one here.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
1.
Is that the only guy who's in deny range of him?
It appears to be the case, yes.
Okay, yeah, because the Neurothrop. You mind if I try then?
No,
If it's
please
the
go
only
ahead.
One. So an 11.
Not it.
Okay, so 1.
Just 1. He's going to scream now. A 4 fails. He's done. This model will cast a Smite.
Sure.
Needs a 6. 6 is good. I might be in deny range. Worth checking.
Which guy is?
This gentleman.
Earlier, there was a $50 super chat for our beloved friend commentator, Peter Colisino, a.k.a. the Falcon, to wear an eagle costume. And the Falcon did acquire a costume, but he came by to inform me that unfortunately it was child-sized, and he got stuck in it. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get the child-sized costume onto the full-grown Falcon.
Wrap it on his head. We can figure out something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll try.
Might as well smite him. 4 goes to a 7 fails, just 1 guy left.
Sure.
All right. Shooting phase.
Sure.
Raveners, we'll put all of their shots we'll do these 4 Raveners, all shots into commandos.
Sure.
12, 3s, rerolling 1s. 2s miss. 4s to wound, I'm strength 5.
Sure.
Looks to be 5 AP 2 damage 1.
5 up.
Okay.
Okay, there's 1 guy left.
All right. And he's not on the objective.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll have the warriors put a, let's see. Venom Cannon cannot see the commando. Venom Cannon will go into the
Piggies?
the pigs.
Yep.
Just check ranges here. Is this over a piggy?
Yes.
Is this over piggy?
Not quite.
Is this over the commando?
Yes, just barely.
All right, we're gonna put 2 Death Spitters here, 1 Death Spitter here, 2 Death Spitters here.
So this is the other Ravener unit?
Yep, this is the second round unit. Save no other targets. Here's 6 shots, 2s rolling 1s onto the that one guy.
You go.
Yep. Here's 3 shots into the 1 commando.
Yep.
Reroll 1s. 2 hits. 2 AP2.
You go.
Here's 6 shots on the piggies. Reroll 1s. Do you want to call this flatter cracks?
That's good.
Okay. 5s, so T6. 2 AP2.
6s, down to 1.
All right. The warrior squad here will fire all shots into the piggies.
Sure.
All shots. We'll do Death Spitters first. No rerolls, 3s to hit.
Cool.
Nope.
Amazing.
Venom.
Yep.
I impressed myself. 3. 3.
Good.
Good. All right. So no one's dead there.
Yep.
Those are the 3 units that have guns in my army. Done. Spore mines off the Bybors.
Yep.
And that's 7.
Yep.
So it looks like we're through the NID's movement phase.
They've done the psychic, they've done some shooting, and as we expected, the Storm Boys are gone. But that was important because that meant the mortal wounds weren't going to go any further. So they were actually blocking a lot of the damage that could have gone into some more juicy targets like the kill rigs who don't want to take the mortal wounds right now. Couldn't quite get to the squid hogs like he would want to, but he's doing the same thing that Lukas was doing now. He's putting the spore mines in the way, blocking them off because those squid hogs can't go through buildings. So being able to block those little pathways with the spore mines means that they're not going to be able to get into anything this turn again, too.
Yep.
So maximum
the only
16.
hope Lucas really has is to try to kill those with some shooting or psychic. But John's smart enough that he's staying far enough behind his own spore mines that even if Lucas were to move right up to them and stay out of their explosion range, it's going to be a really long, if not impossible charge into that backfield he's built in John.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do right now, and he's doing it perfectly. As we said before, John is a very, very experienced player. He's very experienced with this list. He knows what he's doing to try and prevent Lukas from getting too hard into his back line there. And he did just enough damage to the commanders in the top left to make sure he's kicked off that objective, prevented from getting a big primary on 12 this turn, and he's just going to give him the 8 because those warriors in the middle are obsec, so that he's going to be taking that objective away from the killer in the center.
Yep. So yeah, it looks like Lucas probably be sitting on an 8. John's got his 3 for interrogate. He'll get it. Got at least one banner.
Let's score up end of the turn.
I don't think he put a banner up in the center.
No, I don't think
so.
And then he'll get a few more points for no prisoners. These players typically don't tally up their
2 banners up.
No prisoner points
until
the end of the battle. So we'll probably see those categories for both players remain as 0 until we get close to the end of the game.
But it's going to be big numbers for both players. So it could be the game decider for all we know if this game is kept close enough that no prisoners could be
on good bits.
Yep, certainly.
Keep the clock on me. I have to decide my imperative.
We probably should explain what Corrupted Ground and what mission we're playing.
Yeah, for sure. So the Corrupted Ground is if you hold something in the center, any of the objectives in the center, you get 2 extra points. And if you do not hold your own objective, you actually lose a point. This is the only scenario where you can lose points.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. But it
doesn't come up very often.
It does not come up very often. Sometimes if you get desperate, you need to come off it, maybe. Because it's at the end of your turn if you do not hold the objective in your home, in your home territory, which for John would be the bottom left, and for Lukas the top right. Then you do lose a point. But that is also the easiest objective for you to hold. So there's usually not a reason to come off of it. But we never know. We've seen crazier things happen. That's why there's a huge castle of Nids in the bottom left there, because the Orks are positioned to make a huge push into that corner. And John wants to make sure that he's ready to pounce out and counter it without losing too much of his own.
Yep.
These the spore mines being free right now they're just a menace for Lukas to deal with.
Yeah, now, so it's kind of hard to tell from the angle we're looking at here. We got the top-down view that we're looking at. But I think there is a pathway into John's base. And it's that lower gap between the main center ruin and those set of crates. Mm-hmm. It should be wide enough to get that kill rig through. Yeah. If he wants to. And if he wogs, that is a character. And that unit could advance and charge.
That is a fast kill.
And that is a base movement of 12.
Yep. After battle round 2, I will never have the 5 pinball again.
10
no spells,
Snagga boys inside of it.
After this round,
that could be a menace to the back line there, too.
Now, that being said, I don't see a whole lot of juicy targets down there that might be connected to. It looks like maybe a unit of Venom Thropes
even if,
out front that he could hit, and maybe I wouldn't want to put it into one of those Flyrants. I don't care if it's Reaper or Maw-Claws. I don't want that in combat with my kill rig.
Remember that the Venom Thropes have a fight last, so if you charge down this angle,
we've hit the top of turn 2 for Lukas. As we expected, he got that 8 on primary, and it looks like he was doing good bits, probably with a unit of Stormboys or Commandos on that bottom right objective. So we got 3 points there. So he's getting his points lead. And Orks, generally speaking, we have to score early and often, and our armies usually don't have the durability to hold a lead for an entire game if the lead is too slick. So he really has to run up the points. So John is going to be doing a lot of mental math and just trying to figure out how close does he have to stay in these early turns so that he can close that points gap and take the lead probably turn 4 or 5. So he's probably going to be doing a lot of mental math. Yep. And like I said, I expected that kill rig's coming down.
You know your stuff, Seth.
Yep. I'd like to get an update from the table boss if we could. Find out if this is a WOG turn or not. If he does WOG, for everyone listening, for Orks, if you have basically a non-vehicle war boss, which he does, he has a beast boss, that would give Lukas's entire army the ability to advance and charge, at least the core and characters, which is essentially most of his army, as well as his entire army would have a 5-up invuln save, which drastically increases his durability, and it gives his entire army +1 attack and +1 strength. So really boosts that damage output. So there's kind of a balancing act there. You don't want to boost that damage output too early when you don't necessarily have the good juicy targets like John has screened off, but you don't want to waste that chance at the increased durability. So it's definitely a hard call to WOG here or not.
Yeah, it looks like he was doing some measurements there to see if he wanted to do it, but the charge did not look good for him. And if he's not deciding to do the WOG right now, again, with those spores blocking it, is it really worthwhile if he can't use all the squigs? Because he wants to hit hard the turn that he WOGs.
But the problem is, if he goes and just tries to clear those spores, John can kill whatever he clears it with and then
do it again
and just put some more spores up.
Yeah. So how does Lukas get around this?
I think this is where the Goff pressure, the pressure portion of the list has to pay out. You've got to push him on multiple fronts at the same time, and just accept that you're going to take some losses on one front and just push through it and really hit home in that base.
Yeah. It certainly seems possible, yeah.
What's the defense on the spores?
T7, 4-up armor, 4-up invuln, this turn, 10 wounds.
Oh, because it's a monster.
It is
There might be a play to bring the beast snaggers outside.
Tyrant Guard.
The one in the center. Bring those snaggers going through and killing those warriors. It takes away some of the obsec, but it also sacrifices some obsec. And it also keeps some banners from going up early, too.
Yeah. And if he can keep that banner score down and keep John on a 4 primary, that might help him to start opening up that lead and force John into a trade game that he can't accomplish, which is Spore Mines alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Spore Mines can't hold objectives objectives, right?
They cannot.
So he's
They
got
do
to
not count for
commit
any
passive.
secondaries. That is including no prisoners as well.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got a model out there. If I recognize it correctly, I believe that is.
Is that Zaggy?
I think that's Zag's truck. And it looks like he is getting.
Oh, I'm good at this game too. Look at that.
You look at that. He's getting his Beast Boys out. That gives him OBSEC on that objective. So even right now, if he were to fail a charge and no dice rolls went his way the rest of the turn, he would hold that midfield objective.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's
My spot.
Yeah, I deposed you.
Does he charge here?
I'll be back.
I think, those warriors are not super durable. These boys, even without log, are going to be going in at strength 6. They're going to have 1 AP, 1 damage. I think between them and Zagshark, he's going to have the weight to push through. I know John started this game with 0 CP, so he's not going to have a ton in the bank right now. And if he's only going to, if Lukas only engages one thing in John's army in close combat, there's not really much opportunity to interrupt there. So I think you charge in, you do it, because that also pushes where John can build his next screen further back into John's deployment zone.
Right.
You don't want to keep letting him build the same screen in the midfield. You want to slowly march that screen back so that when he hits through, John doesn't have the space to hide behind it.
Yeah.
Charge.
I feel like the Beast Nagas there do have actually a bigger threat range too. With Zag, is Zag strong enough to kill a 3-man warrior squad on his own?
So without a WOG, he'll be 6 attacks at strength 8, neg 3, 2 damage. Hitting on 2s, 6s explode. So it's close.
It's close, but
It's
warriors
real close.
-1 damage can be used in close combat.
Yeah.
So
Oink, oink.
that's so he does need the Sagas in there as well. Okay, so he needs to do both.
Looks like we got an updated CP count from our lovely table boss, Henry Cavill. Lucas is on 3 and John is on 4. So John has more CP than I thought, so he definitely could use that CP for that -1 damage trap.
Yeah, for sure. And he will if they have any chance of surviving. So Zaggy himself is not enough to do what he does.
So then, yeah, he needs to be Snaggle Boys.
For sure. That makes sense.
Seems legit.
Now, this is an interesting play from Lukas. Lucas is looks like he's bringing over his Beast or Squighog Boys, which is a cavalry unit, to be midfield and sort of basically set up a new midfield staging point, which I like, because from this position, if he were to WOG next turn, if they were to survive, he should be able to push fairly deep into John's deployment zone. So I do like this play. I like him getting some out. It does expose that unit. If John were to try to say do a counter charge, maybe a unit of Ravengers, he could probably now reach those Squighogs in midfield and get some damage. But Lukas is basically posing a question to John: Are you gonna keep trying to screen me off, or are you gonna try to send something forward and try to deal with this midfield staging point I'm creating?
Yeah. So having some Squighogs there in the middle means exactly what you said. Like, he's gonna have to do something about them. If there's Staggers in the way, his smites are gonna have a hard time getting to the Squighogs behind, which means he's gonna have to use his shooting, which is not the greatest, or melee, which is melee is very good, but that's trading units he doesn't want to use to kill a Squighog unit. He needs to make sure that he's killing something without having to overcommit here. Lucas putting them there is actually a really, really good spot for those Squighogs. They seem out in the open and everything, but in this position, I think it's actually the play.
And it's not a huge commitment, but that's 100 points.
Yeah,
just that those 4 guys is only 100 points, and he's saying, hey, look, if you don't deal with these, I'm going to be able to cause mayhem with them next turn. He's also got Squig Bombs on all these things. So he can use those to target characters, maybe get some mortals through. So it makes John have to respect him a little bit.
What's that?
Isn't 3 inches over?
Looks like he's going to be moving that kill rig up too. So he is going to be starting to put some pressure on without overcommitting yet.
All right, let's take a step back and listen to what the players are doing on the table.
Okay, I'm sorry, does it change anything?
Nope.
I wasn't trying to be difficult.
No.
Okay.
The pigs will
The blanket.
advance. Run, piggies. 13.
No.
So that will be 6 and then 7. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oink. Oink. 6, 7. 6.
Easy.
I think I might be getting exploded by 1 spore mine, but that's fine.
Okay.
Do you want to blow him up?
Yep. So this is a 3-inch thing?
Yep.
So looks like no one's on that, right? No one's touching
What's that?
that? No one's touching it. So just 1? I'll pop it.
Okay, cool.
2 up.
Yep.
D3 mortals. 1 kills the wound.
Yee.
1 of mine down.
This rig will just move up.
Easy.
End outside of 3.
Sure. Outside of 3.
We got the widgets for this.
Oh, you're good, man. You don't have to. If you tell me it's outside of 3, you don't have to, like...
Yeah, it's just so, like, I want to move as far forward as I can.
All right, all good, man.
Do have to not get uppercutted by your tyrant who moves across the map.
He only... Yeah, okay, no, fair.
Back of his base is there, so it would land inside my pig, so he would have to be, like, over here, or over... I'm going to end there. Okay. So I think this truck will go forward.
No, boy. Oh, brother.
Truck. Boom.
Got it. So his 25 would be on this side of all the vehicles, which is the wrong side.
And my dude is just going to, like, land right here so that hopefully your base won't be able to fit.
Okay.
Okay, these nothing in reserve, right?
Nothing in reserves. Nothing in reserves.
Red are going to advance.
Well,
gonna go...
I figured that I owed you a clean prop of scrap.
Yeah. Stay on the table where I can see you.
No.
These guys are just going to float on over.
Yep. Commandos doing Amanda things.
These are storm boys. You get...
I was talking about these ones.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are running around. Those Gretchen are going to advance. They're going to go 8. So they're just going to come hang out right here.
Sounds great. Whee. Indeed. Wee. Woo.
Cool. Okay, let's do some psychic.
I love it.
We're going to shoot a laser beam from this guy.
All right.
On a 6. No.
Perilous.
Do you do anything special when I perilous?
You take D3 plus 1 if you're in Shadow's range, which you are. So it'd be D3 plus 1, nothing else.
I'll reroll that.
Okay, so I have used down to 2.
Yeah. Fails to go off because shadows.
Okay.
Cool. He's going to smite. No. All right. Good job, buddy. You're going to cast Frazzle. No. We're going to Squiggly Curse. Yes, on a 9.
I'll attempt to deny. This is your only cast, right?
Yep.
Your last one. 6 does not.
Okay. 4 up. Yes, Spore Mines take 2 mortals.
Okay. This is Frazzle, or?
Yeah.
I thought Frazzle failed.
This is Squiggly Curse.
Okay, I don't know what the difference is.
No, you're totally right. I'm a dummy.
Sure.
3 mortals.
Okay.
And then every unit within 6 of them takes a mortal.
Enemy?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Tyrant Guard are the only relevant question. No one else is close. I've got a measure. Yeah, I'd say I take 1 mortal. Is it after I take the mortals?
If any models are destroyed, every other enemy within 6 takes a mortal. So I don't know. I
so
think if you pull
after an enemy is destroyed, I'm not in?
Yeah.
So 1, 2 more?
It doesn't say after, but we'll just assume that way. I don't know how it works.
Let me just read it real quick. Just
Sure.
I don't think it'll matter. I'm sure they're dead anyway.
No. No longer.
Player audio, so I'm just kind of, winging it over there.
Yeah, so I don't think it triggers until a model's destroyed.
Sure.
So I'll just destroy the one in range.
Yeah, it's good.
Now when I live with 1 wound, I can just tell you how big my brain is.
All right. What are we doing?
You're done with your psychic phase?
He's got 1 shot on his funny tower, and he's got D3.
Yep, you passed the spell.
We didn't reach a conclusion on who we're going to shoot, so let's figure that out right now.
Is it 24?
Warriors. That's basically, we're just going to go for the warriors.
All right.
So laser beam from the man, and then the harpoon will go here, and the mortar will go into the warriors as well.
That sounds great.
Harpoon. No. Mortar. Let's do the laser first. 2 shots.
Can you reroll
the roll? Of
Yeah,
course.
it's gonna be
3 shots.
I knew what I was doing.
Appreciate that.
I knew what I was doing.
1 wound at AP3.
Nope.
2 damage.
Wounds a gentleman.
Mortar. 4 shots. Hitting on 5s. 6s venom
doesn't matter. T5.
Strength 6. 1 at AP1.
Fails that. 1 warrior down.
Cool. This man. We'll put we'll shoot the flamethrower into these guys. We'll not shoot the shoot-a portion.
There's a flamethrower?
Yeah, he's got a combi Scorcho, the trucker man. 4, strength 5, AP1, 2 at AP1.
Pop. Cool. 1 left behind the wall.
Perfect. And then this man is going to shoot all his guns into the warriors.
Okay.
So laser beam, 1 shot, does not wound. Mortar, 1 shot.
6.
Nope. Classic orc shooting phase. We're gonna charge you.
Excellent.
Zag's gonna charge.
He certainly is. Did you want to do any bomb squigs? You had mentioned that?
Thank you. Yeah.
Of course.
We're gonna throw a red's bomb squig at you.
Okay, so this is red bomb squig.
Yep. Hit. 3 mortals.
This is what I get.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No, of course, mate.
And then the orange ones. Yep. 1 mortal, so kill that guy.
Pulling the closest one. Won't change much.
Yep. And I'll redo Zag's truck's charge.
You don't have to, mate.
Okay. So 7.
Wow.
Hey,
then the
folks,
boys?
It's Seth again. I wandered over to the table to kind of get a close look at what was going on, and I saw a moment that I kind of wanted to point out for everyone. So Lukas had moved up his bomb squigs, or that squig unit with the bomb squig we talked about, and had told John that he was intending to use the bomb squig. Lukas went through his shooting phase fairly quick because his army doesn't have much, and was proceeding to his charge phase, and John said, hey, stop, did you want to use that bomb squig? You said you wanted to, and let Lukas go back and take that after even rolling a 1 charge already. So that was a really good example of good sportsmanship on John Lennon's part, and it's something that we see a lot at these top tables.
Yeah, and we want to actually showcase that a lot too, because there's a lot of stigma for some people that are afraid to go to tournaments. They think that the high competitive play is like really, really hard and they're not really nice people to play against. But you can see here, these are 2 4-0 players, and he's literally helping him finish his turn to make it, because he intended to do it too. This is just the sportsmanship you expect. This is the community we play in, and this is why we do it. This community is incredible.
Yep. All right. Now we'll get back to the charges. Looks like Lukas was able to get the Beast Snaggers and Zagstruck in there.
Those are one of the Tyrant Guard units. The Warriors
that's
are
a Tyrant
that's
Guard.
a Tyrant Guard unit.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Definitely wouldn't be able to.
That
do
is
himself.
that is a big deal though, that unit, because if he takes that unit, that's going to take one of those midfield staging points away from John.
Yes, it is a big. He does have a second Tyrant Guard unit behind there, but taking away one of them is that could be a big deal too. And they are harder to shift with the 2-up save.
Another interesting play in that ruin. We're on a top-down shot. There is 1 spore mine left, and Lukas used that as a charge target with his kill rig. Now that spore mine is going to blow up.
Yeah, but
big deal. But that got that model a few inches of movement there, and then it's going to get a 3-inch pylon and consolidate. So that kill rig is going to be fairly far forward compared to where it started the turn now.
And it's still full of 10 snaggers.
It is as well.
That is important. There is actually a lot of pressure on John.
Yeah, this is a lot of good staging from Lukas.
Yeah, this is actually going to be really interesting to see how John responds to this.
All right, we're going to step back and let you guys listen to the fight phase.
Yeah. I don't think I should. I'm just like, it's right here. Snaggers of a 6 up invuln?
Yep.
Is me having that unit alive? What are the stats on the Claw of the Sergeant?
3 attacks at strength 8, AP 2 damage.
Does Zagstruck give +1 a hit?
Nope.
Not worth it. Go ahead.
Yep. I was hoping you would.
Something, because I have a lot of CP, but
A lot of resources. This guy's gonna come through and fight off of this man.
that's true.
So I think they're all gonna fight,
That looks right.
because he's gonna enable these 2.
You're great.
Guy on 2,
Guy on 2.
claw. 3 hits.
Claw. Does the 3 not? Oh, it's not
It's
minus
not minus
1.
1. It's the
Good to
minus
know.
2 claw. 2 at AP 2.
4s.
Yep.
Nope.
So guys down to 2. And then we got 9 times 3 is 27.
9 times 3 sounds like 27.
3, 4, whoa, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Cool.
Cool. These are strength 6 on the charge because I'm a goth.
You are a goth.
I'm the best clan on earth.
If you ever want help with dice, let me know.
For sure. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm usually pretty fast at this shit.
Oh no, you're doing fine. I wasn't in a rush.
5 explosions. 3, 4, 5. 3 4s. Thank you. Those are all 3-ups.
Fails enough.
Got
2
him.
on the dot, not rerolling.
Yep. Because we can fast roll this tournament.
We
is that
can.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
A little weird, but
Yep.
not worth the CPU.
is
My
what it
morale is garbage.
Yeah, leadership 5, right?
Yeah, I think something like that.
I've been terrorizing Tyler with the terror shades for too long. We're gonna hang out here. Just gonna leave an offset guy on the objective back there.
Seems legit.
That's the end of my turn.
Love it.
I guess the kill rig can pile in.
Sure can.
I'm not going to though. So that'll just 25, right? So that'll stop the back of his base from being able to land.
Could go right here, it looks like. Back to
Yeah,
his
for
base
sure.
here.
Yep.
So it's a very declarable charge.
Yeah, it's
So
something
this
like
is the back of my base, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So let me just do back of my base to here. Put a finger or a dice. So back of my base reaches that point.
Yep.
Means that dice, just to show you,
Yep.
that's where he ends his move.
Okay. Cool. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that now. I messed up my movement, right?
Dude, you something you want to fix?
Nope.
Sure.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You can, if you want to fix him, rotate him, man.
No, it's fine because he made a charge and he can only go like this way.
Would you rather not make a charge?
Yeah, probably.
Put him back, man.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Put your
fine.
spore mine back as well.
I would like my spore mine back. This is the long haul here.
I mean,
I'm
not be able to wall this game. That would be dumb.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you let me have that shot, I
gonna
would
take
take
it.
it right now.
Because you ignore field of pains, right?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
No, I don't. Tyler, that ain't how we're doing it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'm going to get 3 on good bits because those are Gretchen.
Okay, yep. So it'll take you to I apologize. Is it not max of 5 per turn?
Yeah, so I'll get 2 on good bits.
2 on good bits. Thank you.
And I've got not enough, so I'll get another 2 on green tide.
2 on tide. That sounds great.
Yeah. And 2 on the tertiary.
2 there on corrupted ground, 2 on green tide, 3 on, sorry.
Up to 5 on that. Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go up to 3 CP.
Excellent.
And I'll send the time to you.
Sure.
All right, so there is the Orks turn now. Killing the Tyrant Guard, not too surprising. They're using the kill rig with the spore mines to get some extra movement now. I don't
Angle
know
to get
if,
line of sight on this model looks like
you guys
touching
were
these
able to
dice.
hear the discussion that went on there, but there was even more.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
Send this out.
More good sportsmanship. So that's that Tyrant up there.
Yep.
If I can see them, I'll have line of sight by
Left-hand
definition.
corner there. John was explaining to Lucas that with the move that he's taken, that Tyrant
4.
was able
1 banner.
to get up there and make a
Thank
charge
you.
into that Beast Naga with the Invuln and
Yeah,
Field of Pain.
the durable one.
The durable one. You know what that Tyrant has, though, is the Reaper.
Which ignores all
Which
that.
ignores
Oh, my
all
pigs
of
owe
that.
your morale check for losing one.
So
Thank you.
John
They're
made
good.
sure that he knew that he could do that.
They can lose. They can.
If you want to
They
take back
fail
the
on a
move,
6 if they lose a
I
guy,
will
which
let
is
you do
just
it because I don't
That is
want to
pretty
get
amusing.
you
awesome.
This is
Pretty fun.
top table play, guys.
Yeah.
This is top table play. This isn't even like a
The plus 1 to wound is within some range of an area terrain feature.
That you're giving
I'm pretty sure it's just
100%
a
take.
terrain feature,
And I
so
will
like
let you
not
do it
anything that's on the
because
board, but
I
I'll
So
double
this
check.
would count?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
John
I
Lennon.
Got it. I guess.
Yeah.
If you could look it up while I'm
And John Lennon's literal job is playing events and coaching.
Yeah.
And winning large events like this is literally a business benefit
It
for
is.
him. So, there's definitely an incentive for John to do well, but John is doing it the right way.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what's important.
And that's exactly what we're seeing in the chat too. Yeah, guys, exactly. John is and that's what a lot of the top players want to do. They want to, if they win, they want to win because they beat you at your best. They do not want to win because they got you on some technicality or something that you just missed. They want to win at your best. Otherwise, it feels like an empty win to them. This is what they want. This is why this sportsmanship is so high at this level, because we're not going to get you with gotchas in that sense. And this is the kind of game we want on stream too. These guys are putting on a great show for us, and things are going to get bloody. They're going to get bloody real quick now.
Yep. I think we're basically, John's going to have one turn to answer. Then I think Lucas has to wog, and he's going to go. So I think this is the last turn that John has to kind of stymie the flow of orcs that are about to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Because after this, I think Lucas just lets her rip.
Yeah, for sure. So the Snagas are in the front here, which means they're going to be eating up most of the psychic, unless he kind of maneuvers over to the left there, because I think he wants to get some mortal wounds into that kill rig, because the kill rigs are what he wants to empty out. And if he can kill that kill rig in the top left in the psychic phase and empty it out with the Snaga boys and be able to get them off too, that's going to be huge, because it takes away a lot of the durability, mobility, and surprise obsec that's in there as well to start taking some objectives back.
Yeah.
What do you think John wants to do here? Again, you're the Orc player here. If you're Lukas, what do you look at the tables like, please don't go for this? Like, what do you not want to see John do?
So if I'm Lukas, what I don't want to see John do is target that truck at all. That truck in the back, right by the Durable Beast boss, that thing has, on average, with its 12-inch move, and then the units get out 3, then they can move 5. So now you're talking about units that are 20 inches from their original position, and on a wog turn can advance and charge. If Lukas gets those things into John's deployment zone, into some juicy units, that could be game. They could pick up a lot of things. His best chance to pick up one of those Flyrants is with that war boss with the Killer Claw. So if he targets that truck, we go from being able to move essentially 20 and then advance and charge to being able to move 5 and then advance and charge.
Yeah.
So I don't know if John's gotten much range that could really get to those and target that, but really I don't want him to come anywhere near that truck right now, which is why Lukas is kind of backlined it as much as he has.
Exactly, yeah. And that's exactly why John was calling it out too, because killing that snag at the touching the wagon kind of negates a lot of that mobility and could put him in a bad position in the future too. And yeah, actually, you're absolutely right, Nolan. The sportsmanship in top level did not used to be that way. I've been in this hobby a long time too, and I have seen the evolution for over the years, and it has become such a great community. It has evolved so much, and it is just a great community to be a part of. We're glad you're all here experiencing with us. This is like the premier event of the year. Like, come on.
This is the Super Bowl.
This is the Super Bowl of 40K.
This is LVO X.
LVO X.
I hope we're on camera for that. If not, I trust that our producer has screenshotted that.
Definitely.
And we'll make it some silly thumbnail of me.
It is already screenshotted. It is photoshopped. It's got a great background behind us. It's done. It's already done. It's going to be on Twitter in about 30 seconds.
All right. But I think this is another point for us to update some scoring. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the turn, Lukas picked up a few green tide points. So he's up to 4 there. He got another good bits done, but remember, you can only score 5 per turn. Mm-hmm. He did it with Gretchen, so he only got 2 at the end of the turn, but he still managed to get 5 across the Commandos finishing it last turn, or the beginning of the turn, and then the Gretchen doing it at the end of the turn. So a solid chunk of points. John was held to only a 4 on his primary, and he's only got 1 banners. So Lukas is staying ahead of the points curve, but remember, John's doing that math. John's very calculating. He's not going to come out until he has to, and at what point is that gap going to get too large?
Yeah, exactly. So he wants to make sure that Lukas is not going to get too far ahead. He doesn't mind him giving him a lead right now because John does have a lot of speed in the Kraken. He has a lot of punch and a lot of speed. He needs to crack open the transport to still have guys inside of them, so he actually when he's attacking, he wants to attack what's actually there. He doesn't want other things popping out to start stealing objectives back and hitting him back harder. He wants to get rid of those squig hogs, and he needs to get rid of those kill rigs as well. At least the one that is full of Snagga boys. Yep. Snagga's in front there. They're probably going to die to Psychic, and we're going to see how much he commits here, because like we said, those Snagga boys in the middle, the Squig Hogs in the middle are in a perfect position that it's almost not worth John going after them right now. And he almost wants to let them come to him, but they hit hard.
They hit really hard.
And
remember, they hit harder on the charge.
They hit harder on the charge. So if they get the first hit, they're even scarier. Then they can't go through buildings, though. So they have to go around. So he probably pre-measured that a little bit, too, because John knows how to pre-measure really well with threat ranges and such. So he knows how far they're going to be able to go around if need be. It's just a matter of if he's going to put a screen there, or if he's going to try to avoid them, or is he going to commit to them? Is it worth committing to them, Seth?
I don't know. I think if he could effectively screen and keep chipping away at Lukas and basically make Lukas's turn 3 wog kind of ineffective, it's going to ask a tough question of Lukas. Mm-hmm. Lukas is going to either have to say, I'm going to clear your screen again, sacrifice some units, because we basically expect those Beast Snagga boys and Zagstruck are probably dead.
Yeah.
With everything staring in front of them. So is Lukas going to not wog on turn 3 and keep trading assets, which he's slowly running out of, or does he try to push? And so I think it comes down to how much can John build an effective wall to stop this from hitting him?
Yeah, and see, the way that Lukas is positioned his Snaggas and Zagstruck is actually brilliant.
Yeah.
It is perfect, because it means that John almost has to charge in order to get on that objective and take it away and prevent him from getting a 12 this turn.
Yeah.
And it has to be something that is able to kill Zagstruck and maybe some leftover beast snaggers, depending on what's left of the shooting and psychic, which Zagstruck is actually pretty... Do Orks have a fight in death?
He does. He 2 CP fight on death. He'll be T6 with 7 wounds. He's only got a 4-up armor save, but he has a 5-up to ignore all wounds.
But it's all, again, because he's got to charge of that, because the snaggers are blocking everything off. If he can't kill him in psychic and shooting, and he has to charge Zagstruck to try and take that objective away, and Zagstruck fights in death, that means he has to put something in that's going to be able to not only kill Zagstruck, but survive the fight back.
The other problem is, I don't think, even if he takes that center objective, I don't think he stops Lukas from getting a 12 at this point.
He has to go up to either the top left or the bottom right at the same time. The Tyrant's actually thinking of going to the Squig Hogs now. So John has seen those Squig Hogs, and he's not having it.
And that is a good tool to go up there, because he can take that unit of Squig Hogs out, and then he can overrun back and not necessarily have to trade a 1-for-1 asset. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to John doing a lot of pre-measuring, like we talked about, figuring out if he's able to do what he wants to do and clear some of those units off without exposing too much of his army, or if it looks like he's going to have to expose too much, it might be the turn that John has to commit and come out of his castle.
Yeah. The overrun from the Tyrant, as you were asking at the beginning of the game, is still in effect.
Yeah.
So that Tyrant can go in, kill the Squig Hogs, get out, and save all of those points from dying. That's a big deal. So that's one way to just at least pick off some Squig Hogs. Is that the place to put the Tyrant, though? Because he does have 2. So either one of them has that option.
What's the base movement on the Flyrant?
16, I believe.
All right, so he probably doesn't necessarily have to advance.
Which is very important because there's Psychers here, he doesn't want that onslaught to get denied.
Yeah. It's not a big risk, but it is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
And when you build your entire plan around, I'm going to move this guy out, I'm going to advance, he's then going to charge, which is then activating the strat for the bounce back, and that plan falls apart at that second step.
He has just moved the warriors onto the objective, and there are no OBSEC on that top left. So those warriors just stole it.
Yeah, and he does have to be careful. He can't get within 3 of that kill rig.
Yes.
It is a character, but John is smart enough, and I'm sure measuring that out.
I think he's in a position that isn't able to get to it within 3 inches for sure, which means that objective is now his, so he doesn't have to worry about that one. That's been taken care of, so now it's just the middle objective that he has to focus on. With, again, not sacrificing too much of his resources there, just 2-man warriors. Quite a few of them got shot by some of the very little orc shooting that killed one of them.
Yep.
John just commenting that he mistakenly took off the venom cannon, which is hilarious, but it is what it is. The one heavy weapon in that squad was taken off when it died, and he just kind of shook his head at himself at it.
Well, chat, let us know how you're doing. Get your questions in. I'm keeping an eye on chat here on Restream, so we can see whatever you guys are posting up and what's going on, what questions you have. Otherwise, we might step back and let the players take this one for a bit.
Yeah, once the psychic phase and shooting phase start, it's gonna get complicated. So we want to make sure that you guys can follow it, and we want to make sure that we can follow it too, so we can comment on it and tell you what's going on.
To get within, I just need one guy within
Looks
12.
like a lot of support for Lukas. A lot of his friends in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, let's get that support for Lukas too. John is.
Do we have any updates from the field?
We do have updates from the field, and I can actually go through that now because we want a little bit of a level before the fighting starts. So we do have a couple games that we had been asked to follow. Thank you, Randy Feldman, for the subscription. That is very appreciated. Any support you can throw our way, guys, is very good for us. We wanted to keep doing this for you, and anything you can do to help out, even just subscription, follow, tell your friends, come watch this with everybody. We want it. We want to hear from you. So one of the games we were watching is actually Sean Naden versus Daniel Axe.
Yep.
Knights.
So
it's Orks versus Knights now. Sean took the first turn, and he called the first turn walk. He is also playing Orks. Killed 3 of the small Knights and is holding fast on all the mid objectives. So the Knights are now on their turn 1 to see what's going to happen on that game. Then Nassim Shane against Stuart Trainer, the 4-0 GSC player, which I am very excited to see.
And I'm going to say it again in chat for everyone. Nassim is my pick to win this whole event.
Whoa.
I called it a few weeks ago on Signals. I'm saying it again here. Nassim is my horse in this race.
Well, Stuart is mine.
Oh, well.
So we're going. We're going for this.
How's that game looking?
So Nassim went first. He hit a full send in progress, and he does Kao Yun. Almost killed a full bike squad. Nassim not happy with his Alpha Strike, though. He killed 2 Rock Riders, and looks like that was it. So Stuart turn 1 isolates and almost wipes a Crisis unit, holding a lot in reserve still. The GSC are going to be having a hard turn 2 when that comes up.
So I do want to interrupt. We have a question from chat that I think is worth addressing. A newer player, Jay, asked, what was the story with the moving the Flyrant forward, then the Flyrant back, and the big orc guy being in trouble? You want to explain that to him again?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can go through that again. So the whole thing was after the consolidation that Lukas took with the kill rig after charging the spore, John was pointing out to him that the Tyrant...
He left the hole.
He left the hole for the Tyrant with the Reaper of Obliterax that could make a very, very easy charge into the Squig Hog, the War Boss of the Squig Hog on the back.
The Beast Boss on
Beast Boss, sorry.
Which is a very durable model. Part of Lucas's plan.
Unless it's hit by the Reaper, which ignores all of his buffs.
Because if Lukas were to lose that model, Lukas would not be able to call a Wog.
He would not have been able to call a Wog, which is
crippling.
Huge. So John was just showing him what it would look like if he decided to take that charge move into the Spore Mine. Even without prompting, I will add again, without prompting, he did this. And Lukas asked if he could take it back, and Sean said absolutely. So
that would have been a crippling blow.
That would have been a crippling blow. So John, he moved it back to where it was. It was just put there. That's why the dice was set in the back, so we could put it back where it was originally, and showed him where it would be. He took it back, and we reset that whole charge. The charge did not happen in the Spore, and the kill rig went back to block off the Squigosaur. There it is, Squigosaur. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Squig Hog.
All right, back to the field updates.
Back to the field updates, because we do have another game that we are following, and I want to go over that one as well. So it was Jack Harpster versus Corey Schultz. That is Blood Angels versus
Jack is John's teammate.
Jack is John's teammate. That was confusing to say. I had to double take myself.
We messed your brain up.
I messed my brain up. So Corey went first, and he went hard, killing 5 Death Company and 5 Sangar with no charges. Then they're just speeding along. Apparently, it's going really fast. Jack just playing for bottom of turn and banners right now, denying kills as much as possible. And they're already at turn 5.
Jeez.
So we will see at the end of that game.
Yeah. They might beat Nassim and Stewart to the end, and Nassim is a notoriously fast player.
Yeah, and that Tau versus GSC is notoriously quick one way or the other. So we'll have to see how that game shakes up.
Right.
But we're getting it. Well, John's positioning now. He's positioning some more.
He is coming out, it looks like.
He's only putting a few things up too. It's interesting.
I mean, he's moved up those Venom Thropes. He's moving up the Ravengers. He's got 1 flyer at midfield. Looks like he's sent something off to the bottom right. Can't quite tell what those are. I'll probably take a look.
You know what? I'm going to go take a look. Keep entertaining the chat here, Seth. I'm going to see what that is. That might be the Parasite.
It looks like maybe either the Parasite or some Spore Mines. And it looks like he's building another screen with Zoanthropes. That's an interesting call to use the Zoanthropes. They are fairly durable with that 3-up invuln, but if those dice go cold, that's a huge unit in terms of damage output to lose, because they can put out a ton of mortal wounds with their smites. So, interesting to keep an eye on that. Looks like we got the update here from Dustin on what those models are.
Okay, so Seth, those models are spores that are knocked on their side that are not up yet.
Okay,
so it's just random models. They're nothing.
So what's he putting those spores there for?
Probably because he wants to block off some movement over there. He's probably setting them up so that's where he's going to be shooting them from the Biovores. Okay. Because the Biovores can fire them up there. Right now they're laying on their side, so they're not.
Gotcha. They're not placed.
They're not placed yet.
All right.
But he's kind of putting them there because they're probably going to be placed somewhere.
These players do use a lot of communication about what the intent of their board state is. So he might just be saying, "Hey, I intend to shoot and put Spore Mines over here."
Yep.
In case, similar to like Lukas wanted to do his bomb squig and declared that intent, but then got caught up in the heat of the moment and forgot. He's doing that just in case John gets caught up and forgets to do it. That way Lukas knows he intended it.
Yes, exactly. We want to make sure that both players always talk about their intent, because that way if they do forget something, you get the sportsmanship going, that they will point out, hey, you said you want to do this, you didn't do it, you want to do it.
All right.
But now the players are about to get into the heat of this turn, so let's have a listen.
Later.
I'll still sit here and I can just put more shots there.
Sure.
Make sure that goes to sleep. Oh, and this model should be closer to the kill rig than here.
Yeah,
so his smite will go that way.
Yep.
All right, Spore Mines.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, I often impress myself, actually. All right. don't think I can get any closer. That's correct. So that's no point going further. All right. So in that point, then we are going to go second phase.
Cool.
Here is Onslaught from out of deny range.
Sure.
Good.
Cool.
Here's Catalyst from out of deny range. 10.
Cool.
Onslaught, obviously the only one who advanced and who matters. Catalyst. Go on this Ravener unit.
Sure.
All right. We'll have so they're good. He's done. Got denies. His smite will hit the kill rig.
Sure.
10.
That's fine.
2.
Down to 14.
His scream will hit the kill rig. 11.
Cool.
2.
Down to 12.
Did it in the wrong order, eh? The Zoanthrope smite will hit the Squidhog boys.
Sure.
Super.
Sure.
6 mortal wounds. So 1 mod left.
Yep.
All right. This smite will hit the kill rig.
Sure.
8 goes to 11, super. 5 to the kill rig.
Okay.
I think this dice was unrelated.
No, I think that was when we were measuring out your tyrant
Got it.
charging
Okay,
my
so
dude.
not a wound is the
Yep.
important part of that, I
You did
suppose.
5 to me right there?
That was 5 total, yep.
Cool.
This Hive Tyrant will interrogate. I'll go ahead and CP that.
Sure.
Take a 5.
Okay, I will try to deny that. Deny.
10's better. 0 interrogate to this
That
turn.
was huge,
Yep.
Justin. That was huge. Denying that is.
Oh, wow, I could have interrogated
points,
this guy and not been in
there's
deny
no
range.
getting those points.
That's hilarious. There's a character right there. Oh well, silly, silly, silly. Is there a tape measure I'm missing? That's the end of my second phase. So we'll go shooting phase. We'll do the 4. 1, 2, 4. Thank you. 4 Raveners into this unit here.
You got it.
We're rolling nothing.
Okay.
Just 2 AP2.
2 dead.
Yes, Noble. Zoanthropes get an additional mortal wound right now for every model in the unit, which is 3.
This one will shoot, the Spore Assist will shoot the kill rig because it's hilarious.
Hell yeah. It can do that while it's doing its action or whatever. Oh, I guess its action is
Its
completed,
action's
right?
already done, yeah.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, Spore Assist. 5s.
Yep, 2 AP2.
5s. Nice. Down to 9.
That's mid tier? No, it's not one
You
off.
need to do 1 more to get to mid-tier. Okay.
I don't think this warrior can see the rig, so it's fine.
Just
I don't think he can.
1 Death Spitter, yeah.
There is a judge at the table, yes. We have Henry Cavill, our table bots, kind of judging there as need be.
Seeing what I need to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's 5-inch charge. Check that a little more carefully. 4 inches will kiss that dice. Less than 2, so 5.
Cool.
It's not bad. Card list up. All right, so we will we'll put all of their shots into the
No, not the
Little,
Henry Cavill, just our Henry
boys
Cavill.
there.
Nick wearing a mask of Henry Cavill.
This is the other squad of Raveners.
just the other squad of Raveners.
They're hitting
Yeah.
on 2s, rolling 1s.
Henry
Twos
Cavill.
rolling ones.
We tried.
Yeah, just deciding.
Yeah, for sure.
That's winning on 5s. This is probably just dead in combat. I can't shoot Zagstruck yet. I'm 1 off there. This one guy will shoot the kill rig.
1, oh, the 1 warrior?
Yep. Advance, so it's 4s, nothing.
Cool.
Easy. And then, yeah, best thing. We'll just shoot the boys.
You got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s.
Yep.
4s.
Yeah, they're dead. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
I
no
didn't
problem.
realize we were getting to this.
Ravener's done.
Speaking of
You can fight on
celebrities,
death,
though,
that's
apparently
cool.
Leah Rose for the win is in the crowd dressed as Rogue right there.
You have
That
3
is a
CP, so you'll be
phenomenal
going with 1 if you
costume.
fight on death.
She
You'll
is
get 2
right
again here.
behind us.
Yeah.
These dice are
good.
unrelated.
That is
Yeah,
nice.
We do have
Parasite's doing its
a
thing.
little bit of a cosplay contest going on this event. So I think
I
Leah
have 1 banner up at this exact
just
moment.
might outdo Nick's Henry
All right,
Cavill.
we'll go ahead and
Yeah, I
declare
mean,
charges
Mask's
then.
nice, but I think Leah did a little more work.
Chad's asking, do people here like Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill's a huge 40K fan, so
Yeah,
we just like him for being part of our community.
We love him for being
Hive
part of the
Tyrant is going
community.
to declare a charge into
All right, here
all
comes the
3 of
charges.
these units.
Let's go.
Sure.
It'll be where I start. 6 is fine. We're going to just go 1.0 from the kill rig. I'm just trying to stop the heroic more than anything.
Sure. Who would you like to end closest to?
Double checking because I might do charge immortals here. I'm trying to figure this out. I know there's probably an overrun. I don't know the reroll wounds. There might be reroll charge. There might not be. Well, there'll be D3 extra. So that's fine. So we're at 4 at the moment. We're not going to do charge immortals. I'd like my closest one to be probably orange.
Okay.
Orange sounds good.
Cool. Just so you know, I do have 2 CP. I can transhuman Beast Naga Cavalry.
Okay,
If I
and it's
wanted
when I
to.
target them.
Yes, when you declare the attacks into them.
Understood.
So that would be 2 of my 3 CP, but I could do that, just so you know.
2 CP.
Yep.
Then you would. All right. Good to know. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. We'll call that good right there.
Sure.
We will not charge immortal. It's a 2-up to just kill a guy. It'd be really nice, actually. If he dies, he dies. No. It's fine. All right. So then that's good. We'll charge Tyrant Guard into the this guy, the
Yep.
boss. 8 will do it.
Cool.
The Raveners will declare the 5 here.
Sure.
7 is in.
Nice.
Just sticking barely at an inch.
You got it.
Basically, so if you interrupt, you'll probably get 4 in, not 5.
They're
Yeah,
using measuring
which
tape
is
because
fine.
each unit in this game.
Yep, they're only strength
moves
4
a
right now,
different
so I'm not
distance
gonna
in
Yeah,
inches.
so it's
So
good
they're
for me.
measuring that out and making sure they're getting some accurate ranges for those models' movements and powers.
Venom Thoops will charge
Chat's
Boss.
got this. They got you covered. A lot of vets in the
Need to
chat.
make sure he's dead, yeah. 4 is enough. Just go hopping in there. Ah. Doesn't really matter at the moment, so I'll just go out here. Oh, shit. Sorry, great to say. I can pile in to hit him if I need to.
Sure.
We'll call that no charge here. Okay, I'm out of heroic range there. This is discussed. Oh, buy more spore mines. I apologize.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Looks to be 7. Thank you, mate.
Yep.
Just jamming him out in the back, honestly.
Yep.
Mad line of sight. If you come get me, we'll come get you. All right. Starting with the Hive Tyrant.
Sure.
D3 extra attacks.
Cool.
Looks to be 1. We're talking 7 big ones.
Cool.
So I have to pile in.
You do.
Okay. We're gonna pile in out of the kill rig,
Sure.
staying barely in engagement range of both.
Of both? You got it?
That's the question, isn't it? I can kill this and leave, and then you just have that unit, or I can just do max damage and let the flyer die next turn. Rather the flyer.
Dice are going
Just
everywhere.
orange.
Thank you, sir.
Just orange.
Just orange? Cool.
Okay. All attacks into orange.
Cool. So this is 7 attacks. That'll hit on 2s rolling 1s, and then
Moving on
wound
currently 3s.
3s re-rolling.
Yep.
Yeah, go
In
for
here
it.
real quick,
I'm not going to do anything.
Folks were asking about pictures.
2s.
If you go over to Facebook to the Frontline Gaming community page, one of our lovely staff members, Kelsey, has been taking photos of the event and posting them up there. Kiddo, it looks like there's a unit of Gretchen, and then that unit of Squighawk Boys is kind of stretching back to that backfield objective for Lucas.
5 up. Nope. So he's at down to 5, so I can't.
Easy does that, so no commandos.
Yeah, no.
So we'll do them next. Can you good bits if I'm on the objective?
If I control it, yes.
All right, be what you will.
Yep.
This is 25 attacks, hitting on 2s, rolling 1s, winning on 3s, AP 5.
Yep, they're dead.
Okay, thank you. Tyrant Guard into Zagstruck first.
Cool. And this is just hitting on 3s, no rerolls?
Hitting on 3s, no rerolls.
Cool.
1, 2, clocks on me, 3. These are the strength 6 because I'm within 3 of a Tyrant. No rerolls. 4s. 3 invulns. Damage 1.
What's the AP?
5.
Okay. 5 up, feel no pains. Down to 4.
Okay. Here's the Scything Talons. Uncocked. All hit.
Yep.
T, what?
T6.
Okay, cool. 3 AP 2.
6 up armors. 5 up field nose. Down to 3.
Great. We'll go ahead and just pile on the Venom Thropes. Half an inch. So he's a 4 up armor.
That's right. 4 up armor, 5 up field no pain. No invuln right now.
Excellent.
Just get that guy in.
Yep. I'm going to consolidate a Tyrant Guard onto the center objective as well.
Yep.
We'll make it 3.5. We'll make it 2.
Cool.
Okay, Venom Thropes.
Yep.
Well, his AP in combat is 2.
His AP is 3.
Combat, cool. Hit you with 2 of them.
Sure. Are you keeping the invuln?
Keeping the
Is that what
invuln.
that guy's going for?
Oh, there's a Hive Tyrant right here. Won't have the Hive Tyrant. We'll keep the invul.
Cool. This is how many attacks?
This is 10 at 2, 3 rolling ones.
There's 5 each.
FGB, there are many people that can be considered to be the best or objective undisputed player in the world, and most countries will say a different player, so it's hard to say.
There is a lot of we'll call it competitive spirit between the countries over who is the best player. But this is the individual circuit. This is the kind of culmination of that individual circuit. So if you had to crown someone the best, it would be who would win the LVO and win the ITC. But there are team events, which some people say is more of a representation of a player's ability.
There's also the European, like the WTC as well. So there's different circuits too. So it's impossible to really narrow it down. Everybody will definitely have their
Donut is
favorite.
right. Australia just won the World Team Championship, and there are some prominent Australians in attendance here.
Yeah.
That's Maw Claws, man.
That's Maw Claws up front. Reaper's
And he just
back.
got another attack from killing me?
He just got another attack from killing you.
That's mean.
Yeah, I know.
So, John didn't have to commit too much there. He did get to kill something with the Maw Claws. I mean, they're getting an extra attack now, so it's just getting bigger and bigger as time goes on.
Yeah, so let's kind of recap how John's turn turned out. It looks like we're going to end up losing all of the Beast Snaggle Boys and Zagstruck on that midfield point. He was able to take out that one unit of Squighogs and then overrun back with the Maw Claws man. And then he's kind of pushed up and, like we saw in the movement phase, stolen that upper left objective.
Yep.
That'll give you an 8 instead of a 12.
in terms of exposure, you're right. There's not a lot out there that Lukas is going to be able to necessarily punch back at.
And that's another Squid Hog unit on the top left that just failed morale.
Yep.
So that's 2 Squid Hog units down. That hurts.
That's big hurts.
Still getting another 8, but John is in a really good position now to really start kicking off of those primaries and start scoring all of his points. And the WOG has been called.
Here we go. Yep. So that means everything that is a core or character, which is basically everything in Lukas's army except the truck, will be able to advance and charge this turn. And then everything's going to get that 5-up invuln, that extra attack, and the extra strength.
Yeah, so these guys are going to hit even harder, go even faster. But again, John has done such a good job of blocking out his juicy bits, the Tyrants at the back there. There's some Ravagers in front, Tyrant Guard. And the great part about the Tyrant Guard in this matchup is because the Orks don't have a lot of dangerous shooting that really needs the Tyrants to be scared of, those Tyrant Guard can be used aggressively.
Yeah, and John has used them aggressively already.
Exactly.
Plague, you're asking about standings. If you're looking for current standings of this event, you can go into Best Coast Pairings, either on the app or the website. This is a sponsored event, so you should be able to see the rankings for players in this event. And if you're looking for overall season rankings, you can just go to Frontline Gaming's website, frontlinegaming.org, and look for ITC rankings.
You can see everything all there. It's all public. Everybody can see anytime, and it will be updated pretty quickly after this event, too.
Yep.
This is the end of the ITC season.
Yep. This is literally the final event.
This is the final
Any
event.
other event occurring this weekend is actually on next season's score.
Yes. That's why it's so important for the players there that are in contention to win this season are at this event and doing well.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna put you in the position of John right now. Okay. How are you feeling? Lukas is up by 17 points.
He is up by 17 points, and I did miss a second interrogation.
You did, and that was
3
big.
points that I don't get back at all, and the banners are going to be a little harder to get. So, in my head, it means starting turn 3 now. The WOG has been called, and this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to have to commit stuff, so I know where I can start pressuring him elsewhere. I know that I can go with this back objective with one of the Tyrants, start taking that away and forcing him to kind of spread out his units. I know that I can go to the bottom right, start forcing more guys. I want to spread him out because I've taken away a bunch of his resources down. Mm-hmm. So now I need to make sure that I start getting my primary back and denying him the primary at the same time. Yep. So Lukas needs this turn to go near perfect for him, and if it does, it'll put John in a very tough position. But if there's even one part that doesn't go wrong and John can come back from it, and I do what he's been planning to do this entire game, then Lukas will have a hard time coming back from it. Yeah, this is a very important turn.
This is the deciding turn.
This is the deciding turn.
Farsight's in chat. This event is using the Warzone Nephilim GT packet since this is the last event of the season. Mm-hmm. The judges, staff, and the TOs decided to stick with the rules from this season. And so this will kind of be the end of Nephilim, and then moving forward, everyone will be playing Orks of Omen.
Yep, so this would probably be the last Nephilim tournament.
In the world.
In the world. I would assume.
The last 5 rounds of it.
The last 5 rounds of it. That's right. It's a farewell to Nephilim. Everybody.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. If you liked it, you're sad. If you hated it, you're happy.
Yeah.
But either way, it's gone, so you're going to have to deal with it.
It is.
But not for another 5 rounds. We still got 5 more rounds.
We have the most intense 5 rounds.
We have the most 5 rounds.
How much longer are we going to be on air today?
We are going to be on air until 11 o'clock PST tonight.
Minimum. Yeah. Minimum. So if you hopped in and you were enjoying what you're seeing, we've got plenty more content to come.
Plenty more to go, and we've got 3 more tomorrow with top 8 getting broken out.
Yep.
And we're going to see the championship and who's going to get crowned at the end.
So just to kind of give folks at home kind of an idea of the tournament format, we're going to get to round 6 where the entire field is playing. After round 6, they're going to cut to what we call a shadow round, which is starting tomorrow in the quarterfinals. We need to be down to 8 players. If they have more than 8 players undefeated, they do a shadow round to eliminate players down to the 8 players. So we're anticipating having probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 14 to 15 undefeated players by the end of this today. So we're looking at maybe upwards of 6 or 7 games to be played in the shadow round.
Yeah, and that's going to be amazing too. Death Dread, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate you coming up here. And of course, the Death Dread subscribing while Seth the Mad Dog is on stream.
Wow.
It is amazing. Yeah, we didn't hear Lukas call the WOG. Maybe you should do it for him, Seth.
I shudder to think what I would do to the audio people behind the scenes. They might physically come out behind the curtain and tackle me.
Yeah. There are choppas. There's a choppa right near us that they could use to hit you with. That's just ironic at that point.
Yeah. I've already locked my chop up. They don't have access to it.
Okay.
Right, they might. I could be in trouble.
You could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Lukas is taking a very careful turn right now. Yep. He knows this is a crucial turn.
Yeah, I think he's right. He's got to commit the trucks. Yeah. Problem is, if he commits the truck boys and just hits the screen and bounces off, wipes the screen, then those Mega Knobs are just sitting there in the open.
So,
chat, that is Jeremy Atkins that you see in the background there. He is the winner of last round, and he is playing.
The WOG. Never mind. The WOG has not been called.
Yeah. No WOG.
Take it back.
Or is this a rule for us? No WOG.
No
WOG. Are we not allowed to WOG? Or does that mean
the WOG has been called. Oh, Seth's just not allowed to WOG.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We have been given a napkin contract of no WOG from Seth.
I'm not allowed.
Well.
Chat's asking what WOG is. WOG is like an orc battle cry in the lore, but in the rules for this game, it's going to allow...
It is the Braveheart freedom.
Yeah, it's going to allow Lukas to advance his models and still charge, which gets him a d6 extra movement on each unit. It's going to give him an invuln save on all of his units to make them more durable. It's going to give him an extra attack for each model, extra strength for each model, so this is going to be a huge force multiplier. And the Orc player gets to choose when to call it, and Lukas called it at the top of this turn.
Yeah, which means he's going to be going pretty much full set at this point to put the pressure on John and make him have to make the counterattack.
He cannot piecemeal this. He's got to go.
He cannot piecemeal it. That is not how WOGs work.
No, sir. And he only keeps that benefit, the advanced portion, for one turn. He gets an invuln save and extra attack and strength for 2 turns. So he'll have that for a good portion of this game, but it's not forever.
Yeah. But WOG is important right now. He's going for it. So Seth, what are your targets right now? You're Lukas. What are you going for? What does he need to kill?
I think it's pretty unreasonable to say that I could kill the Tyranids. Yeah. They're pretty durable. They're not. They're going to have a 4-pin bone. They're T7? How many wounds each?
Which ones?
The Tyranids.
Tyranids are 12 wounds each.
Yeah, that's a lot of wounds to get through. So I think those are kind of a thing you ignore. So I try to wipe everything. If I can take the Ravengers, if I can take the Tyrant card, take those Warriors, that's all my objective, even get those Zoanthropes, and make John play with just those 2 characters. Yeah, he's going to do a lot of damage, but he's not going to be able to win the game with just those 2, I think.
Yeah.
So I think he just ignores him and just tries to wipe literally every other model that he can get to.
Yeah. So it looks like the Snagga boys out of the kill rig there are going to be going for the Warriors and not trying to go too much into the Spore Binds. They don't want to take 3 mortal wounds because they have 1 wound each. That's value for sure. Kill rig. Does the kill rig just kind of eat those Spore Binds? Maybe go into the Venom tropes afterwards?
Yeah. I mean, I literally, if it's not a Flyrant, I want it dead this turn.
Okay.
If I could get to that Spore Assist in the back, I would.
Yeah, that makes sense. Squigogs going into the Raveners probably. Squigogs can kill a Ravener squad, right? Maybe. Okay. We are actually going to go to the live to Pete the Falcon out in the field.
FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, Competitive Events Made Easier, The Army Painter, More Time for Gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Hey, beautiful boys and girls. We're live from Las Vegas, Nevada. There's just too many people behind me. I'm sweating. They had me out back putting on a Falcon costume like 10 minutes ago. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. They bought a child-size inflatable Falcon costume for me to wear. Someone paid $50 for that. I got stuck in it. I am furious. They gave me these sunglasses as a gift to make up for it. I had a bleed on my forehead. They tried to shove it over my head. Anyway, guys, I've been out in the field monitoring some of the big games that we can't monitor because Seth and Dustin are too slow and too lazy to walk down there themselves.
Hey!
Plus, I need to lose a bunch of weight. So, because I've been a little chubbed. So, we got some table talk for you here. First off, on table 13, Sean Naden playing Daniel Axe. This is Orks versus Imperial Knights. I'm going to say up front, this is a game that Sean Naden should win. And it looks like he took a 45-minute turn one, possibly an hour. He went first and immediately called Wog, killed 3 armigers, but more importantly, shoved literally everything he has ever owned in his life, all his household goods, into the Imperial Knight deployment zone. Everything is frozen solid for the Knights. They can't get out. They're trying to shoot their way out. A little bit of some boys have died. One battle wagon up here has been killed. That's really about it. Sean in a very commanding position. Game's going a little bit slow there. Table 18, Nassim Fouchain versus Stuart Traynor of the Australia Tau versus Gene Stealer Colts. Nassim went first, which is what he wants to do. In case you've ever met this like Spanish, British, whatever you want to call him, person, he goes all the way in all the time. It's how he plays his Tau. He wants to go first. Going first, he put Stuart on the back foot. He killed 1 full bike squad, 2 rock grinders, almost wiped out all of the rest of Stuart's bikes. He was unhappy with that. He thought he was going to table him. Stuart's clapback was actually absolutely abysmal. He killed 4 crisis suits and decided to keep about 50 neophytes in reserve. On turn 2, Nassim went all in again. Between his planes and his crisis suits, he actually killed everything on the board minus about 3 bikes and a small squad that was down to about 2 neophytes. Stuart now does not think he has a chance to make it back in. He did, last I looked, still have 40 neophytes in reserve that he was about to bring on, so we'll see if he can kind of claw back some kind of secondary primary points, but it does not look good. Nassim looking very, very comfortable over there. In other games, Jack Harpster versus Corey Schultz. This game was a nail biter. I wish you could have seen it. First off, the game was over in about 15 minutes because both guys played very, very cautiously, very cagey. Jack knew he had bottom of turn, so he figured he could just outscore his opponent on banners and primary. He did not account for a couple of things, one being him not actually knowing how to count. So when they got into turn 5, they were pretty sure Jack was just automatically going to win. He miscounted his banners, so they had to replay the final turn with a judge watching. Jack pulls out a win by 1 point when it looks like, let me see here. Yes, he had a unit of like 3 Death Company pull down a Doom Scythe to give him that 1 point win. So very tight game there. We've got a couple other big games on the go, guys. I'm going to go check up on them. We've got Andrew Gagno going up against Taroche from Team Spain, the WTC. Taroche started the game by saying that Andrew Gagno was his longtime nemesis. So I'm really looking forward to see where that game ends. We've also got a nail biter between Stephen Crawley and Alex McDougall. When I get back, guys, expect me to be exhausted, but excited to see you. Back to you guys.
Good.
Yep.
So it takes 1.
Cool.
Doesn't kill anyone, so no squiggy curse.
So we've got super mode online for the thingy.
Okay.
Amazing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, we got D3 shots on our auto hitting flamer. There we go. English.
Yeah, each one pass 1 spell.
Yep. This man, is he within? Nope. So he's going to shoot. Oh, the tick. How many wounds is the tick?
10.
Ooh. That probably doesn't matter anymore. Am I within 24 of your? I'm super sorry, man. Yeah, we'll shoot the tick.
All right.
And then we'll do mortar into these dudes and stick it into them as well.
It advanced, right?
It did. Yep, thanks. So just the D3 into your tick. 2, winning on 3s. 1, AP3.
Go ahead.
5 damage.
5 left.
Cool. This guy did not advance.
Okay.
He is going to... Maybe he did. I'm going to assume he did. He's going to put the laser gun into the Raveners for sure.
Okay.
Oh.
3.
2 at AP3.
6 is in cover.
Yep, sure.
Fail both. Kills.
Kill.
Wounds.
2 damage. Yep. Okie dokie. The Meganobs are going, they did not advance, so they're going to light up the Spore Mines.
Okay.
They have 6 shots each at this range.
Okay.
So here's 6. Here's another 6. And here's 3. We'll do this twice.
Cool.
5s.
That's pretty good.
Epic. And toughness 3.
Yep. So 3 so far.
Second half. Whee!
And these good hits. Get the good hits. So 4, so 7.
total. Yep.
3 in cover.
You got it.
Dead. Not in cover. Dead. All mines.
Sweet. Good job, Meganobs. Okay. That is him done. Him done. We're gonna throw 3 spears into your Raveners.
Venom Thrope, so 6s.
1 at AP2.
Okay. Fails.
2
Damage.
Yep.
Takes 1.
Cool. The little guns on the back from the dudes. 1 hit. Nope.
All right.
The storm people are going to shoot you with their gats.
All right.
Nope. We'll shoot you with the flamethrower from the war boss. Twice. 1 wound. AP1.
On who?
Ravs.
AP.
1.
Damage.
1.
Fails.
The shooter as well. Is he
Okay.
going to advance? 6s? Nope. It's a combi weapon.
Cool.
The truck's big shooter is also going to go into the Ravs.
Yep.
Nope. 1.
Minus 1 from the Raveners.
Yeah.
Or Venom Thropes, yeah.
Yep. Charge phase. We're going to do pigs into your Ravs.
Okay. No Overwatch.
8.
Easy.
With 3 CP. That's the wounded guy?
Yep. In the middle.
Doink. Doink. We'll just base these 2.
Understood.
The rig will go in. 6.
Easy.
Storm people are going to charge both.
Okay.
Them and the Tyrant Guard.
With all
Tyrant Guard will
these
set the
charges,
defense.
Seth, where should John be interrupting?
It's going to depend on where Lukas multi-charges, because if he gets like a unit like Ravengers that's got 2 or 3 things that it could put attacks into, that might be worth it. You don't necessarily want to spend an interrupt with, say, just the Tyrant Guard just to pick up a unit of Storm Boys. Mm-hmm. That's not a good use of 2 CP. It's the main threats are going to be those Squigog boys. The kill rigs are certainly a threat, and the Mega Knobs. The rest of the stuff is just a lot of strength 6, strength 7, AP1, which can certainly do damage. But I think if he could interrupt and get one of those multi-damage units, and then throw whatever leftover attacks he has into one of those smaller infantry units, that's where I would be looking. But we'll have to see how the charges play out here.
Yeah.
See where the opportunity sets itself up.
Where does he start? Where does Lukas want to start here? Where does he not want him to interrupt? The Ravagers in the bottom right?
The Ravagers are probably the highest volume of damage out
Definitely
there.
the highest volume, yeah.
And so that, Lukas guaranteed gets to activate 1 unit before any chance of interrupt. The question is, does he have anything that is going to be able to completely take that unit with 1 activation? I don't know that 3 Squigogs would be enough. But in the previous round, Lukas was on fire with his attack rolls. Remember, Goffs get exploding 6s in combat. He had 2 guys with 8 attacks get 12 hits.
Yeah, that's not normal math.
It's not. So I think that's kind of what he's banking on. If he were to use that, I don't. Maybe the kill rig has enough, but I think I'd probably go with the Squigogs. They're a little bit more vulnerable to that Ravager interrupt. So that's where I'm thinking. But it looks like he's in position. If things work out, he could be taking out the Raveners, the Venom Thropes and the Tyrant Guard and the Warriors.
That takes away a lot of resources for John. But,
And it looks like if he was able to get those Venom Thropes with the Mega Knobs, he could use that truck to try to tag the Zoanthropes and force that smite into it.
yes, for sure. I actually need to make sure I will look at the table here when the fighting starts to see what resources John has left and where, because I'm pretty sure he still has the 5-man Raveners left. But I have to double check, so I want to make sure I know what he has left to fight his turn with, so I know what the clapback will be.
You go check the table. I'll keep an eye on chat and see how these charts
I'll be
develop.
right back.
Oh, that's the only question is... Yeah, Scrag Balls will just charge him. This is going to mess up my plan, but it is what it is. Boom! Swag! Boys will charge your Warriors. How many attacks are Warriors?
Setting defend 4 each.
Okay.
So 8.
And their strength a lot, 2 damage.
Strength 7, 2 damage.
Strength 7. Okay, cool.
Still a lot, but
Giving
3.
you guys a CP update. This is important because this is going to dictate interrupts and bonus damage strats and all that. Lukas is at 4, John is at 3.
Decent amount of time, and this is a 9. So it's a 50-50 or like a 90%.
How many CP is your fancy
2.
thing? 2. Okay.
So I'd go down to a number that I don't want. Screw it.
Down to 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Needing a 9.
Fails.
Needing a 9.
Passes.
Go 15 inches.
Can you measure for me?
You got it. 3 forward.
I was completely joking. Just put it wherever you want.
It's just a matter of like how far forward I can go. So there.
Okay.
Bonk.
Solid.
2 up for D3. Yep. 1 mortal.
1 mortal.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter who.
All right. That is the end of my charge phase.
Okay. I will try to fight last.
Who?
No one.
Okay, cool. So
it's
now it
easy.
would actually
All
cost
right,
you an
so
interrupt.
Dustin, looks like that ramming speed charge managed to get that kill rig into a unit of Zoanthropes. Is that a thing that Zoanthropes should be worried about?
Yeah, that's something that the 4-up invuln squad should be worried about.
Yeah, there's a lot of attacks that come out of one of those kill rigs. 6 base with its saws, 7 on this walk turn, 3 from its squig, 4 from its.
Yeah, let's see where he's actually going to go for his first swing.
Mega Knobs.
See if you were right, or we were right.
Everyone wants to hit, and they're within 6, so they have +1 attack from the Tyrant?
Pardon me?
They have +1 attack from the Tyrant?
They do have +1 attack from the Tyrant.
Got it.
So that's 18 attacks.
There is no right decision here.
Yes. We'll actually go first with these pigs.
Okay.
This is the moment that I'm
Die on
glad I'm
one
the
wound,
commentator
correct?
and
Die on
not the
one
player.
Yeah, me too.
So he is going with, like I thought, the
Squigs.
squigs
Yep.
into the Ravengers, see if he's going to be able to do enough damage.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So
You're
I'm
good.
sure the Tyrant.
Yeah, because
I
I'm
rolled
-1 to hit
force?
in combat.
Yeah,
You were all
I'm sorry.
fours.
Yep.
That's fine.
2 at AP1.
2 AP1s. Wow.
1 damage.
Kills the 1 wounder.
And then the spears.
Yep.
1, 2. This is hitting on 4s because you're -1.
Yep.
Oh, you love to see it.
I do
You love to
not.
see it for Gork. 3 sixes.
100% hit rate is it? Or no,
That was
shot.
1 miss.
Look at that.
One miss.
Look at those
I appreciate
6s,
it. Only
Dustin.
like 20.
3 of them. That's 3 extra hits.
John, you don't want to see that.
6 at AP2, 2 damage.
6s.
Nice.
Okay, first one. I have one after this.
Oh my
Yep.
God!
Wounded.
Apparently they both can roll 6s.
Look at both roll 6s.
Okay.
Oh,
and
Jesus!
the,
God!
jaws.
What is going on?
The 3s are misses because of your thing.
Yep.
2 hits.
The Raveners
One
refusing
wound
to
at AP1,
die.
2 damage.
Strength 6. Nice.
That is a
strength
big
7
deal.
on
That is
the
a
charge.
big deal.
That's a
Fails.
problem for
2
Lukas.
Kills.
Okay, so that's 2 down.
2 down, 3 left.
You got it.
Clock to me.
Yes, sir.
All right, now the big call. Where do you interrupt?
Tyrant guard, 100%.
All right.
Well,
Doing
maybe the
calculator.
Raveners, but I think the kill rigs are. The kill rig is going to still kill them anyway. I think the
Looks like we're getting a calculator out to figure out the best option here.
This is Math Hammer right here. This is literal Math Hammer.
Yeah.
Armor save on the Warboss on Squiggy.
4 up. -1 to wound, 5 I feel no
Is he
pain.
going to with the Venom Thropes? They
That's-
always wound on 2s.
It's true. It'll get around his -1 to wound. But he's -1 damage.
That's not good enough.
He's 4 up armor. He's 5 up involved.
Yeah,
5
I
up
think he just figured that the same
Maybe
thing.
fight last would have been fun.
Yep.
The fight last did not. Is he going to interrupt? Is he with it?
He clocked it to him, which again is
he clocked it on himself. So
is a nice professional move. He's taken his time to make this decision.
I think it's going to end up being the Raveners.
It's going to be the Raveners.
Sure.
Those hot saves.
The hot saves
made
what?
that
Maybe
really a
something
viable
like that.
option.
Can you break down a kill rig stats for me?
Do you mind if I pile in on my time?
Consolidate?
Yeah, consolidate.
Please consolidate.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm not basing anyone. Just get out of
So
the way.
that's going to
of the
let
kill
him,
rig,
if he does that,
It'll
he'll be
enable
able to
him to
hit
fight back.
commandos, Squighawk
Well, that
boys,
does
and
change
kill
things.
rig.
Okay.
I was going to use that against you.
Okay. Then,
No.
I screwed up.
Okay.
I screwed up. So it only makes sense for you to hold it against me.
I mean, look, it's your
I'm still there. Go ahead.
Okay. Yep, clock's on me.
You already given me one giant take back. I can't have everything.
That'd be a stupid way to win. Tyrant Guard. Going there. Kill a lot of Storm Boys. Killer Claws damage what? 3. Gnarly. Defense on the Killer Claw.
T6, 6 wounds, 5 of invul.
6 wounds.
Yep.
Shockingly doable. Mega Knob. These are Mega Knobs or Knobs?
They're Mega Knobs.
All right, so
they have 2 up armors.
Not the Venom Tropes. Yeah, I think it'll be the Raveners.
Sure.
All right, so he made his call. He's going
Move
with the Raveners.
slightly over and get within an inch of the Storm Boy.
He gets
Staying within
right.
2 there. Yep. So we're just going to have
wants to try
2
to kill
going
the
here,
commandos.
1 going on the Storm Boy.
You got it.
The Storm Boys, yeah, because there's no point going into the kill.
Here's 2 on
And those
the
commandos can be surprisingly
Storm Boys?
aggressive
All right,
combat
then
with
the
that
commandos.
+1 to wound.
2s.
Yeah.
And their strength
They're all
5
ones.
right now. 6 because of wall.
Wait.
2 6s.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
a big
right.
deal.
3s.
The imperative with
Units
the
dead.
exploding on sixes was
7
used to
AP4.
get the CP.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. You have an invuln. 7 AP4.
Lose 5. So the knob's
Never
down.
mind. Damn. Forgot the invuln. So here's the Storm Boys. 2s are on 1s.
Was that
Incredible.
a rare
6
error
stacks.
on the boy King
3s.
John Lennon's part?
Bad
Forgetting about
interrupt.
the invuln
Bad interrupt.
when
2
he was
invulns on Storm Boys.
allocating.
Just taking on
Ooh,
2.
this might be swinging back.
Might swing back a little bit. The Raveners don't need to do.
We're going to consolidate
to get some value,
closer to the
but
kill rig and come base this come all the way back around here.
he
I
wants
mean,
to
he's
get
done with
away.
his attacks. That's it.
Yeah.
He just killed
Oh, that
what,
good?
5 commandos with that interrupt. That's
All
it.
right.
Back
Fox
over
you.
to me.
It's a lot of attacks.
We'll do the kill rig.
Just kill rig and
next.
1 commando left that
Screw
can
myself
start
again.
try to finish off those Raveners.
Making sure I got
Pretty
guys
pretty
still in
durable.
signups.
Yeah, I think they can do
out of
it.
it.
Anyone wounded?
No one's wounded.
Dino. 6 explodes. Strength 9, so 3s. 2. And AP 2, damage 3.
6s, 1.
So 3 damage on a guy.
Wounds
So
twice.
many 6s.
7 attacks from the saw blades. Saw blades.
Saw.
Sawed it. 2 6s. And these are strength 6 base, +2 from the weapon, +1 from the wall, +1 from Goffs. So 2s. Strength 10.
AP,
5, AP 2, 2 damage.
6s, damage 2.
Yep.
Okay. There's a guy at 2 wounds.
Yep.
He's good. Guy at 2 wounds is dead. Next
then
guy's at 4. He's wounded.
Okay. Homeboys on the side.
I guess I'll commando charge anyway, so he's gonna get where he wants to go.
Yep. All right. Homeboys on the side. 6. And this gets +1 strength from Goffs because it's just melee attack when you charge. Nope.
Cool.
And then consolidate.
Excellent.
And you remember how the fight phase works.
You're good.
Just come on forward.
Yep. Blah. Indeed. Indeed you do.
Commando go burr.
Sure.
Scooch. Sorry.
Yep, you're good.
Force. If I botched anything there, feel free to put it back.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Again
2
with the
6s explode.
6s.
Nice.
Stop with the 6s. Somebody get a tub of water and test these
3
dice.
at -3, 2 damage.
Okay, so dead.
And then 4 on the last guy.
So he's down to 2.
All right, so he kills the Ravengers down to a man. Is that good?
I mean, it's good, but having a Ravener This is not Dark Eldar. I'll help you out, chat here. Don't worry. They're Raveners.
Ravener, a single Ravener. It's not going to really pose much of a threat, I think. Maybe I could go get some Gretchen
It
or
may not
something.
pose much of a threat, but it can be a pain when
Yeah.
back objective with just Gretchen there.
Yeah, it certainly can.
On, please.
AP.
2, damage 2.
Dead squad.
For Gork. For Gork. Come on forward. Beast Snaggers are gonna go front mode.
Yep.
So they're all within 16 right now. So they're just gonna stay where they are for the purposes of Green Tide because there's 10 of them.
Okay.
So guy on 2 means the fist first, hitting on 2s because the war boss is nearby. Okay. Strength
that.
9.
Yep.
Just all the 6s. This is the key to playing Orks as Goths is just roll 6s.
Just roll 6s, guys.
Just roll 6s.
The best strategy ever.
Stay where they are because of, well, who's closer here? 11-ish. Yeah, they're definitely close here. So they're just going to move into the box going this way.
All right. So staying at the 16 mark with everyone.
Yep.
Dixon.
One guy won't be able to make it, so we'll just hang out there.
Won't be able
one
to
of
make
these
it where?
Inside the box because of where my
Oh,
mouse
I
is
see.
going,
Okay,
so.
but they're all in the corner.
Yep. We're going to do Rig. One of these guys is at 3 wounds.
One is at 3.
Okay. We'll just...
All right, I'm going to ask you to call. How many 6s does he roll in this set of attacks?
3.
3 6s. All right, we'll see.
So if history has been any indication in the last couple rolls,
This
3.
boy should go to the craps tables after this.
Absolutely, yeah. Why is he even playing 40k? He should be playing some craps right now.
Yeah, what are we doing?
We'll do the guys on the side. 3 hits, and 6 in the charge. 1. Wounds him. Cool. Saw blades. Wounds strength 10.
No 6s.
I saw 1 early on.
Damage. 2. Kills the wounded guy.
6. And we'll just face you up here. Easy. With the 1.
Well, the Zoanthropes did not die, though, which is actually impressive.
Yeah.
Smash these in.
4-ups be fickle, I believe, is
Four ups be fickle, yeah.
the official term.
2s. Toughness 6.
Yep.
Strength 13, so 2s. 4 at AP. 4 damage 3.
AP 4.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Kills
Let me
1.5.
be 1,000% sure.
It's the same for now. It won't matter until I roll a
Okay,
5.
yeah. Cool.
So 1 back in your pile out of...
Yes. So 3 went through. Is that right? You
Yeah, 3
you
went
failed
through.
3 saves. Okay. Here's the swag. 2 hits. 4, strength 4. So 1 wound at AP 1.
Good.
Okay. So 5 more attacks.
Okay.
2s. Whoa. 2s. So 3 more at AP 4 damage 3.
Okay, it now matters if it's AP 3 or 4.
Let me find out. Are you dead if it's AP 4?
If I'm AP 4, I'm dead.
Okay.
Side note,
Let
it's
me
AP4.
Triple check.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
Kill a claw.
Side note, he's
Strength
dead.
times 2 AP 4 damage 3.
Okay,
There
squad.
we go.
Sweet.
So there you go. That is the Tyrant card.
That is the Tyrant card.
He's gonna come hang out right here.
That hurts.
Easy.
The Storm People made a charge, the Meganovs made a charge, and the Truck made a charge. Truck's gonna go first. He's just gonna tap these dudes
Sure.
and base those 2.
Sounds good.
All right, so that looks like basically all the damage that Lukas is going to get on this turn. He managed to pick up the unit of warriors, all but 1 Ravager, the unit of Tyrant Guard, and a couple of Zoanthropes. Again, we're going to put you in the position of John. Are you feeling good about that, or was that more than you thought you were going to take?
Well, I'm definitely not feeling good about it, but I don't think I'm quite scared yet.
You're not quite scared yet. Have you seen this man roll 6s?
I have seen roll 6s, but as long as you don't give him the chance to roll 6s, then you might have a chance of surviving it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And he doesn't have a way to roll 6s against mortal wounds.
That's
And he
true.
still has a lot of
but he's
mortal
tagged both of those Zoanthrope units, so he is
6
kind of
hits,
forcing
4 hits
those
because of explosion.
mortal wounds
Let's
into
go.
very specific
Double
targets.
five.
He
One,
is. The
get out of
Flyrants
strength.
on it and
5.
can't go to where they want to go. And they can start picking up some objectives.
Into the truck. Doesn't matter
Well,
what.
the Flyrants are going to have to be doing psychic
Let's
interrogation.
go.
Sorry?
Let's
One of the Flyrants probably
go.
has to do psychic
Takes
interrogation.
2 wounds. Let's go.
All right, that's me.
They do.
All right.
But they can still slap things.
Clock back to you.
Yeah, for scoring, let me get my dice out here.
Let's see what he actually end up scoring
Chuck
this
is
turn.
on.
This was a very good
Chat's saying they don't know how John can win this.
Raveners
Really? Well, let
are
John
nearby,
show you.
so they're good.
Got the friend right there.
Never count out
this
the
guy
boy
is
king.
within-
Never
6 as well?
count out the
Yep.
boy king.
He was the one I left alive.
Sweet. So I am going to get a 1, 2, 3 on green tide.
Okay.
I'm going to get a 2 on the tertiary.
Yep.
I'm going to get 3 more on bits on turn 3, and I'll put you on a 4.
That looks right. All right, exploding
and
6s.
1 banner, right?
1 banner still. I'm up to 4 CP. I'm up to 2 CP because I interrupted.
I'm up to 3.
All right.
It's also important that he's sitting on 3 CP, because that means if he tries to kill any of these characters in combat, he does have the fight on death access.
Yep, that does help.
Here we go. I want to compliment you on how well you're playing this, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for letting me do like takebacks that would have lost me the game if I didn't know what I was doing.
Not gonna be able to smite
Rather
here.
ask you for it. Yep, for sure.
Shit, there I was down.
Oh, that's this guy trying to smite
He was
here?
trying to smite here. He was unable to do
Gotcha.
so.
Okay.
Staying in combat, probably 1 wound away from bracket.
Correct.
Good to know. Falling back doesn't save me anything. We're gonna advance this unit of spore mines.
Sure.
Okay, 6, so 9. First 4 mines are gonna be able to hit that unit.
Cool.
This is the Meganobs.
Yeah.
D3 plus 2, 5 mortals.
Cool. Is there any more in the squad that are able to hit anybody?
Not in that unit, no.
Okay, they're gonna go into the truck or something like that.
Probably not. Probably just gonna sit.
Save them. You got it. Killed 1 and 2/3.
There are Gretchen on both the top right and the bottom right objective.
Can you hold me within 12 of the Gretchen there? Thanks. So I don't need to get very far to do it.
Yep. Where are buffs going, if anywhere?
What's that?
3d6 cast on the Neurothrope.
It's staying on himself. Sorry. I don't know where the card is, but it's on the Neurothrope. So.
He couldn't smite the kill rig with the 1 Zoanthrope Squad because he couldn't get closer to it with it, that's all. So he has to smite the closest unit, and he couldn't quite consolidate closer to the kill rig to smite it. He can still smite, just not what he wanted to smite with that unit.
Moving right up. Guy's gonna go up and over, so net 8 inches to fall back.
Sure.
It appears that the Orc Codex has taken over the dice box.
Well, he did call a wog, so I feel that's appropriate.
That's how we roll the 6s.
That's how we roll the 6s. You
Gotcha,
call a wog,
gotcha.
take over the dice box. Now we just
Now where's John going to roll?
Now he can't even roll. Yeah, he can't even roll 4s, let alone 6s.
That's right.
But he is still exploding 6s in combat as well, so he's pseudo-goffs for this turn.
He's stealing our chapter tactic.
Yes, yes he is. They are. He did eat a bunch of wargs. He got the biomass.
That's how it works. That is indeed how it works.
Tyranids work. So now the Tyranids here have to make the hardest clapback they could possibly do with what they have left, which is 3 Raveners, 2 units of Zoanthropes, 2 Tyrant Guard, some Biovores, a Spore Assist, and
not Tyrant Guard, Hive Tyrants.
Sorry, 2 Hive Tyrants. Yes.
Those are a lot different than Tyrant.
Very different. Tyrant Guard are dead.
Yeah, they are. So it's definitely thin on assets. If John is doing the math, he's got a slim margin at this point, I'd say.
He may have a slim margin, but it's a margin. And he's good with that.
And in this event,
he's got to calculate.
It doesn't matter if you win by 1
Do we
or
can 6
100.
mines out of the mine boy?
He's got to keep winning.
He's got to keep winning.
I don't don't know if our producers can show what's happening in front of the stage.
Just chilling right in the back,
Our
right back
PTC
here.
cameras, but we have this game broadcast
On the bottom
a
floor
big
again?
screen
Bottom floor,
as well
yeah.
at the
Sorry.
stage,
Bottom
so
floor.
attendees can watch, and a
All right,
crowd is gathering.
second
The crowd is gathering now because this is the Boy King. There's a lot of people that are wanting to see the outcome of this game.
We're gonna just have this boy smite here.
Sure.
Passes on a 5, very in deny range.
Sure. Denied.
Okay. He will
So
then.
it's one of my 2 denies.
Yep.
That'll
So
be this one.
No problem. He'll then cast Paroxysm.
Sure.
Fails. He's done. All right. We're gonna have these Zoanthropes cast. We'll have this guy go first, actually.
Okay.
So which one's denied?
This guy.
This guy denied. Okay, cool. At that point, then these ones will cast a smite.
Sure.
A 9 is a successful smite.
Okay.
Plus 2 means it's a super.
Sure.
That'll be 4 mortal wounds.
Okay. Down to 5.
Down to 5. All right. So he's now mid bracket.
Yep.
Good to know. These here will cast Neuroparasite.
Sure.
Passes extremely big. We're gonna chain it here, 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 them.
Okay. They are Raveners, right?
That is
oh,
a
they're
Parasite.
crazy set of
gotcha.
chains. Can you
Okay,
explain
gotcha.
that to
10
everyone?
So the synaptic link, how the
4 mortals.
psychic powers for Tyranids work now. If
Just try to break the tide a little bit.
It, which it has to be, they can then link it within 12 inches to another synaptic
So
creature
done,
and
done.
keep linking it until they actually start with their parasite. So what he's doing is he's linking it to the tyrant, who's a synapse creature, to
Done.
the tyrant,
Neurothrope
who's a
and
synapse
him is all
creature,
that's left.
to the actual target on the other side of the board.
Which is those Gretchen
Which
in
is
the
those
back.
Gretchen in the backfield.
He'll cast smite. I'm sorry, he'll interrogate.
Cannot see.
Yeah, and it took
Perils.
them out.
I'll
Yeah.
take the perils. I take 1. I'm down to 11. I'll get a CP out of it.
Cool.
Neurothrope will now cast a smite.
Yep.
Sorry, it was not that, but it was passed. Just D3 into the mans.
Sure.
Will be 2.
Okay.
He'll then cast Catalyst. Catalyst is extremely successful. I perils. I take 3. Lol.
6s. So many 6s.
Catalyst has to go somewhere.
It's not deniable. I'm
Not the
guessing.
greatest
No,
as
it's
you wanted
13.
either.
Pretty predict.
Pretty pretty. I lost. Oh, here's my card.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I'm putting it on the flyer right here.
Cool.
Okay. So we are now. So this is 3 guys left, or
3 guys. One's on 2 wounds.
3 guys, 1's on 2 wins. All right, cool. All right, we're just gonna shoot 1, 2, 3 Raveners. 1 Ravener's just gonna snipe your commando.
Cool.
2 of them can't see. So the 2 that cannot see will just go into Storm Boys.
You got
Commando. Reroll 1s. 2 AP2.
5 ups. He's gone.
Okay. Storm Boys in cover. Reroll 1s. That missed anyway. That'll be 3 AP2 on.
5 ups.
Cool.
2 dead.
All right.
Chat,
So
our
we're gonna go
beloved
ahead
Tech
and
Priest is working on the mic
be out
issue.
of
Let
guns
us know
just like
if you're
that.
having
We're
trouble
gonna
hearing
generate
us.
3d3 Spore Mines. Yep. Looks to be 6, 7. Okay. Charges, ready to declare.
Did you want to smite here, John, or anything? Oh,
They didn't know a parasite.
Parasited,
Yep.
That's right.
I wanted that more than I wanted a wounded trap.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just forgot they did that.
Totally fair. All right. We'll have Reaper's gonna charge both.
Cool.
8.
Oh, I've got a rules question for you.
I've got an answer for you.
Would the Reaper of Obliterax ignore the stratagem that would make that beast boss only woundable on 4s?
You know, I think it doesn't.
So that might be a path there for Lukas.
But for 1 CP, you can reroll all wounds.
And John does look like he has 3 CP.
Yes.
If our beloved table boss Henry could update us on CP counts.
Should have more than enough to do what he wants to do here, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. The Raveners are charging the Storm Boys.
Sure.
4 is definitely that.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like John is also on 3, and John did just clarify that Lukas is on 3 as well.
4 is definitely.
Because, like John said, that means either an interrupt or a fight death for a character, but he can't do both. So Lukas will have to make a decision here, which more important.
The 5 is pinball on this right now.
I think it comes down to where does John fight first.
Yeah, and I think probably the Swigosaur.
And see, in that case, I think I just let it go and see, because if he doesn't kill him, I can do a 2 CP fight somewhere else, and then that Swigosaur still alive for later.
Yeah.
To both, I apologize. Did not at all clarify.
Yeah, for sure. You're in on either one, so.
Yep. Not basing either one.
Sure. Would you like to be closer to anyone in particular?
Closer to the piggies.
Okay.
All right. Starting Tyrant.
Sure.
We will go D3 extra attacks.
Sure.
Here is the D3 extra. 1.
Okay.
And he's got 2 little kicks.
Cool.
Mega Knobs are they're 5 of pinball, so that's fair.
That's right.
Yeah, we're just gonna put every single attack on the boss, see if we can get him.
Okay.
2's rolling ones.
Yep.
No explosions.
And T7 -1 to wound. Did you want to do anything in addition, like reroll wounds or something?
Clock's on me.
Sure.
Definitely should have done this differently. I think
You
I'm
want
too
to change
deep.
anything?
I think I'm too deep.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I did not ask. 4 is I have 1 free reroll.
Okay.
1 free reroll. Let me actually roll it. It's just going to be 3 invulns.
So
And 3
I take
mortals.
3 mortals.
Because
and
John
the mortals
thinks he
on my
made a
table?
mistake. What is that?
I actually missed that.
Yeah. Just a second. Let's see if I can figure that out.
Too deep.
Can I fast roll and then CP
Yes.
at this event? Okay. Okay, so I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Yep, down to 2. We'll consolidate. Just I'll roll my little baby kicks.
Yep.
3 hits.
Cool. -1 to wound. Sharpness 7.
1.
Probably 1. Your strength 8 at least. Cool. Made it.
Good. Clock's on me. Just barely getting out of that combat.
You got it.
Into the mans.
Cool.
Do you wish to interrupt?
Probably. Let me think for a second.
Take your time.
Storm people can beat up the Raveners a bit, and they don't have feel no pain.
Correct.
Alternatively, I could hit you really hard right here because I'm strength 7 with the dino. Oh, the pigs could just straight up. Well, I'm definitely interrupting somewhere.
Yeah, I figured as
Matter
much.
of where.
Yep.
The Raveners have 7 attacks each,
7 attacks each.
and they're near Synapse, so they'll be hitting on 2s, rolling 1, 6s explode.
Yep.
So that's going to be a total wipeout. And then you're probably going to run over there and obsect that away from me. So my Storm people, if they interrupt, will probably get like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the knob. So that'll kill like 1, maybe 2. Should probably just try to put these Flyrants down.
Put his no prisoners at a 9 right now. A 9 for him. I don't know what I have yet. That.
We'll do rig into the Tyrant.
Okay.
All right,
Facing?
so are we interrupting here? Sorry, I had to step away, folks.
Yep, we are interrupting with the kill ring.
5 2 damagers.
He's cooked.
I'll get him.
We will
Fight
fight
on
on death.
Yep. How would you like to split?
7 attacks. Clock's on me. They're now a 5-up invuln.
Yep, everything's a 5-up.
We'll put 5 here.
Okay.
The rest here.
So that's 2 into the rig?
2, and then they'll do 2 kicks.
Okay.
5. Reroll 1s.
All right.
Like
Chat
A6,
was asking
just on
about
either
no
of them.
prisoner
No,
totals.
absolutely not.
Right
Threes,
now, roughly,
one triangle.
Lukas is sitting at
That'll be
9.
5 invulns.
John is sitting at 8. So he's a little behind on that.
Squidoodled.
He is a little behind in that too. The Ravagers
Here's on the rig.
skills on the Storm Boys, and there are
3
some
hits.
Gretchen alive
Yep.
that
3s.
will hopefully increase that for John
3
too.
invulns.
5 ups.
Every single point that John
9
makes
damage.
is very
Down to 3.
important. Right
There's
now he's
little
going to start
kicks.
trying to take control of the primary.
Reroll
and
ones.
that Squig is
2 hits.
surviving didn't help.
2 AP invuln.
Ah, that durable squig
Damage?
boss.
Durable.
Two.
He
One,
ain't
one, one,
going
one,
down
one, one,
easy
one,
to
one.
no
That one.
puny gets.
So close to greatness.
This isn't a get. That was
I
a
got the
tyrant.
firing out.
That's a get.
Okay, it's a get to him. Looks like he's towering over to me.
Oh, and the rig can consolidate. She can't punch him, correct?
Correct.
And you're out of CP?
I'm out of CP.
Perfect. Okay. Proceed with your charging.
All right. Raveners.
Yep.
Okay, these are all going to be invulns.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
Oh, wait, there's already dice in there. 7.
ABO, in terms of a time
And
update, looks like Lukas has
7.
about 18 minutes.
And
John has
7.
about 20.
2s, rolling 1s, exploding 6s. Hey, found my 6s. Yeah, a couple. 1 and then 3 more.
Yep.
3 explosions.
Yep.
4s, no rerolls. This
That was in.
just a hit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I think it's probably fine. Strength 5 on these guys? Or
Strength
6?
5. So it's just 4s. Thank you. That many?
That many invulns will go on the knob last.
That
you
flyer
will
going down
kill
is a big
6.
deal.
That's huge. Yeah. That's,
So
that's,
1,
that's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knobs left.
All right, just a knob. I won't consolidate into him.
Cool.
I will consolidate into the rig.
Sure.
Base it.
Cool.
Okay, parasite is we'll leave a hole for the parasite to go. No, we'll have
Julie,
the mob
Joe,
take a morale
and
check.
us will be streaming all of the games of the Shadow Round.
Just in case I don't kill you and then you somehow are alive and I'm very sad.
Yep.
I'm already very sad, Lucas, but that's all right. We'll just leave it right here. Done. Just mans.
Yeah, I get the first non.
You get the first non-charger, so
I
up
guess
to you.
I'll go over here.
Fair enough.
Anyone over there wounded?
No zone thropes are wounded. They're both full health. This
Okay.
2 is unrelated.
D6 plus 1 attacks. That's 4 plus 1 from the wad. This will hit you on 3s, and we'll go on 3s.
Its weapon skills unchanged.
Correct.
Cool.
4 at AP, whatever, damage 2.
Fail 1, 2 damage.
Cool. We'll try to hit you with the guys on the side. 1 hit. Landing on a 4, 1 wound.
Takes it. 1 damage left. 1 wound left.
Dino. 1 hit from the dino. Nope.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll just do zone threats into you.
Go for it.
4 attacks from that one.
Yep.
1, 2 hits because it's 1 save.
Any
Three
AP?
up? No.
Was that here or here?
It was
Into the
there.
leg?
Yeah. This is
Gotcha.
more attacks.
And then, yeah,
now.
go ahead.
This is 6 attacks.
The order doesn't
zones.
really matter anymore.
Oh, 4.
Let's go.
Oh, 2. Oh, another wound in the truck.
The battle of the century.
Oh no, I'm gonna headbutt you until you die.
Well, I'm gonna
I
kill
will
you
be willing
first.
to. That's
Truck.
possible.
6 explode. Hits on 5s because it's an orc.
All right. Sounds like
strength,
orc
wound on
magic.
3s.
4
Done.
attacks on a truck. Hilarious.
1
Fails.
extra from the wog.
Oh yeah. Okay. I suppose it is.
I will win this battle of attrition, John.
That's probably true.
I think who's closer here to this mega knob?
This
I
fight
believe that the
phase
Raveners
takes
are
some
closer than the
time,
Tyrant.
don't you think?
It's a lot to do, and this is an important fight phase too.
Yeah, this is basically going to decide the game, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
This is going to break in someone's favor after this.
You can go half an inch. It's
Whose
pretty
favor
easy.
do you think it's going to break in? Right now, I'm pulling for my boy Lukas.
Right now, that looks very good for Lukas.
It does.
He's within 6 of the war boss, so this will hit on 3s.
Seems legit.
You charge them You mind if I step to defend? There was no reason not to.
Please. There's no reason not
So
to.
I'll hit on 2s because I'm +2 -1.
Hey, never
Sad.
discount
Yeah.
these
Okay.
little attacks. The little wounds here and there, they could add up over time.
They absolutely add up. It's very important to get all your attacks in.
5 invulns, 2 damage each.
5 invulns, 2 damage.
Yes, sir. So take 4 damage.
Catalyzed.
Yep.
Takes 1. 11
Players.
left.
Okay. Anything else we need to do?
Looks like you're there.
Cool. I'll take some round checks for you. The Mega Knobs lost 2. They'll run out of 6. Yep. Pull out of combat here.
All right. 2 friends left.
Yep. Run on 1s and 2s.
That was not the turn that John wanted. That was rough.
I think the sun's getting real low for Big Boy John.
Sun is getting low. We'll see what Lukas can do in his turn and see if he can put the nail in the coffin. But before we
Yeah.
do that,
I
we
mean,
have Adam Camilleri in the field with Jack Harpster as this game is over for a quick interview. So take it away, Adam and Jack.
We live?
Yeah, levels where you can speak removed.
Okay.
All right.
We are live. Hello, my boy Jack. How you doing, mate? Well done on your 5th win in a row at the beautiful round of 5 of the LVO.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Yeah, that was a tough game. His list is a lot better than it looks on the surface, for sure. It hits, shoots really hard. It was picking me away basically the whole game.
So that was Corey Schultz and his Mephrit Necrons. Very off meta. What was it about that had you sweating?
So here's the big thing. I took Fury of the Lost, which relies on me killing things with Death Company, or them dying, which was most of the points. And I couldn't kill anything because he led the way with a Tesseract Vault, or Arc, whichever one. And then that is 30 wounds with a 4-up, toughness 7, and regens wounds. Couldn't kill that.
Yeah.
He led the way with the Silent King. And a Catan, and I'm Blood Angels. Yeah, so couldn't really deal with that. So he led the way with those, so I couldn't get any kills. And then he's got all these planes that fly around and have like 34-inch range and are picking away at the sides. I couldn't really hide my army that well, especially early. Later I could. I didn't have as many models left. But I camped on objectives. I got my shock tactics over and over. Take his objectives, take his objectives.
Yep.
But I was scoring my secondary, scoring my primary really, really well. I got a 45 on primary at the end. Because he was beating me up so bad, you kind of lost track of where the score was.
This was the big deal. So you were tempoing him out quite consistently, but the table was his almost all game.
Yeah, he didn't push the pace maybe as much as he needs to, but you can analyze the game, find my mistakes, find his mistakes, whatever.
Then, so at the top of turn, so bottom of turn 5, you're about to start your bottom of turn 5.
Yeah.
You do the count. Where are you at?
So that's a complicated question because there were like 5 different sliders that are going to be pushed. Pretty easy for me to get a 12. I still had objective secure because I had Rights of War.
Yep.
I had all 4 of my characters so they could spread out. I had a unit of 4 Sanguinary Guard. Unfortunately, clipped the other one with a plane that just came back in and shot them all to death. Okay, that happens sometimes.
It does.
But his Tesseract Vault was just raining mortals on me all game, whittling away my squads. So I knew he had a 10 on no prisoners because he had got 9 wounds and whatever.
Yep.
He had 10 on no prisoners. We counted it up. We ended up having to count the score back like 3, 4, 5 times. We had a judge there watching the whole time.
So Jack has about 4 different ways to try and draw, only one way to win. And he Hail Married it. What happened?
So it turns out, I don't remember exactly what secondary we'd miscounted, but I was actually down by 1. And so what that meant, it was banners. So what that meant was I had to get a kill with my Death Company. Luckily, there was a plane right there, and there was one Death Company with a Power Fist standing that he didn't kill, left alive with 1 guy, passed a morale check. So I go, all right, well, I need to get a kill with Death Company. And so they flew over, rezzed the model. It had every buff. It had +1 to hit, full rerolls to hit, AP4, because it's a Power Fist or AP3 base, weird. And then I had a CP in the bank to reroll a wound if I'd failed it. So I went in, threw a character in first. He Overwatch killed the character, which was, sure, why not? And I missed all my melted pistol shots. Yep. Went in, 10 attacks, hitting on 3s, full rerolls, wounding on 2s with a CP reroll in the tank, clipped the flyer. I managed to take all the objectives away, get a 12, and that put me ahead by exactly 1 point.
Dude, well done. How are you feeling about the LVO overall? You really happy to be here?
Whew, yeah, but it's been an experience so far. So I'm just taking a game at a time, and we'll see how it goes.
Beautiful. Well done. Good luck for the rest of the event, man.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
Thank you.
FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, Competitive Events Made Easier, The Army Painter, More Time for Gaming, Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
All right, thanks for that update, Adam. We appreciate it, and we're excited to have you back on the commentary desk next round. But taking a look here, Lukas has pushed his primary lead to 28 points. He scored a 12. That's a big one. He's moving up on Green Tide. He's moving up on Good Bits. He is definitely widening his lead, and it's going to get pretty hard, it looks like, from this board state for John to claw back primary. Looks like we've decided to stay in combat with the Beast Boss. Kind of hard to tell. All right, let's see. We got some updates. They're in the Neuranthrope Imperative. Lukas failed all of his psychic powers. They were either failed or denied, so Lukas had nothing go off that psychic phase.
That's rough. You don't want to see that. But is it going to cripple him in this turn? I don't think he needed the psychic powers to really have this turn go really well for him.
Yep.
If he cleans up the Tyrant, the Raveners.
Yeah, I think if you take the Tyrant and the Raveners, John has no assets.
He has no assets
to push out at that point. I mean, the Zoanthropes can keep blasting, but they're never going to push through that mast.
Yeah, it's too much.
We're into the charge phase.
This is where the damage is done for the Orks.
Snaggers. 4. Oh, here we go. That. 8.
8's better than 4.
You know, that is true. 8 is better than 4.
One might even say that it's double.
Huh?
Twice as good.
I feel like you don't understand.
Not as good as 6, though.
Not as good as 6, no. Because there have been a lot of those.
You're a big old bug, and I'm gonna crump ya. That's what the Beast Snaggers do. We're gonna do. Whoa. We're gonna do Warboss into both here.
I do love that Lukas is embodying an orc right now. He is just going for the throat.
Well, he knows that you're watching him. He's being watched by the bad dog.
Yeah.
He can't.
If he doesn't, we're just going to take him out.
Yeah, he's done.
The other orc players have also gathered around the stage. We will take him down if he fails us.
There's a crowd of orc players that are making sure.
The little runt lives up to the mighty war boss potential that he has.
So let's do. I have 1 CP. Let's do the Warboss punching your flappy bug. Yep. Turn 2 of the wall.
All right, so we're going to see if we can take out that other Flyrant right now.
Corn character within 6+1 hit. So
he's got a lot in there.
Cool. 6 at -4, flat 3.
What are the invulns going to be like here?
6 -4. Oh, he's dead.
Adios.
Alas, poor Parasite. Knew her well.
Yep.
That was the Parasite that went down.
Yeah.
So the Killer Clock got the Parasite.
-2 to hit,
That's
+1
OBSEC. That thing's not stealing objectives.
Okay, cool.
5 OBSEC. Yeah, that was his last asset that could
and the wound on 2?
12 easily.
Yep.
There's what? 4. There's 8 wounds left there.
8 wounds. Yep.
Yeah. No.
So remember pregame when I was reading those stats? John's number 5 in the world, 90% win rate. Lucas is 490 with a 60% win rate.
Is this about to go to
for some reason?
87% win rate? John, I just threw that number out. That was random math. If I'm right, I'm going to be very impressed with myself.
We have some stats folks in the crowd. They could probably calculate on the fly for you.
Yeah, that would help.
I need my Tyrants to start making saves, Lucas.
Just goes to show you never know. Never give up your game.
Yeah, never just say, yep, I'm going to lose this one because he's a higher rank than me.
No, they're all mine.
I'm definitely trying to figure out the win path for John here, but the point value has gotten too big and he does not have enough assets left, I don't think.
1, 2, 3, 4.5 is 9 guys, so we'll just do this twice. Hitting on 2s. Well, hitting on 1s, actually, but...
I believe this is the boys into the Flyrant, is that right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
yes, so this is just volume of attacks to try and get through.
And they are strength 7.
That is a big deal because that means he's wounding on 4s.
Strong, John.
It's huge because now he just goes to 4 invulns.
Yeah.
That should do it.
Average. Not. It's down to 3. Keep hitting me.
That'll make it pretty
easy.
Pretty easy at this point.
Yeah. You just basically got to. Yeah, this is the other half of the attacks. That was only half the boys.
That was only half of them.
There you go.
2 6s.
We got about back. Yep. I'm aware that averages me dead, but I want you to kill me with averages.
That many if you won 1 damage.
I kinged him for a CP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fail, doesn't matter, you didn't make one. Dead. 6.
And down goes the Reaper of Obliterax Tyrant.
Down goes the Tyrant. I think
Warlord down.
that will be the nail.
That sounds like I don't.
Three of these.
There's no
Strangest thing.
The back is broken on the high fleet, and it is all Orks all the time.
That's all my
I think that
chargers,
means
so
that
you can
Orks
fight
won
next.
Octarius, right?
No one else is sitting here. I might as well win the truck
That's
fight.
what it means.
No, this is
True.
This was
They
Octarius.
win Vegas.
On the
Okay,
other hand, I don't actually respect the truck. So we'll have these ones go.
Octarius is
entire
great if
sector.
you do it.
Yeah,
with
no,
this,
we're going
so
over
don't do that.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Chuck.
All right.
Yep, still +1 attack. 2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Right.
1 wound, 1 damage.
No. Dang it.
Yes. Let's go.
Down to 2.
All right. And then
You
can hit my truck.
Zone throws into the truck, good sir. 1 hit. Try again. 1.
good. No, into the truck.
Yeah.
1 damage.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're going blow for blow. One of these guys is on 1.
Yes.
Okay, so boys on the side. Okay. 6s. And then
Solid.
strength 5. 2. AP 1. Damage 1.
Fails 1. Man down.
Cool. Saw blades.
Yep. Saw,
still
dude.
middle tier, so 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 from the WOG.
I know.
6 explodes. 3s. 1.
Fail.
Cool.
2
Dino.
damage. Jump.
3. And this is strength 5 + 1 + 1, so 3s. 1.
Try again. Good.
Good. So you
1
got 2.
wounded at 2.
Sweet. And I'll just base him.
Yep. Seems good.
Okay. Your Ravener can fight back.
Yep,
And then he
sure
can take
will.
a morale check.
Aha, he will take a morale check. He's gonna hit your mans.
Cool.
These are AP 2. Yep. No explosions anymore. T5. 2 AP
yes.
2.
Guy's down to 1.
Cool. And then here are the Sliding Talons. 2 hits. 2 AP 1s. Kills the
He's
man.
gone. And they're lead 7, so we're all
Alright,
good.
cool.
Just some morale checks for your lovely self.
Okay, the Ravener lost 2 friends. 2 friends + 5 is too many.
Sweet.
Ravener down.
All right. I think we're.
I love
go.
that we have Lucas's partner in chat as play partner Tanner, just explaining he plays like this all the time and how annoying it is.
It really is. It really is. And he's played this game absolutely phenomenally.
Yeah, because one of his other play partners is a huge Tyranid player as well.
Those reps make a big difference.
They do.
That's right, yeah.
4.
You got.
And I'll go up to a CP and you'll stay at 1.
Correct. 1 apiece.
Over to you.
3d6 stays on the Neuro.
Cool. And you get 1 more banner.
1 more banner. We're gonna advance the front mine unit.
Sure.
Longship, if you're
Advancing
wondering
this
who's going to win this
Actually,
event, I
advancing these 2
believe we're
front
planning a special
4 inches
edition
should be enough to
Thursday
hit the
show after
One at a
round
time.
6, where Dustin
First
and
one
Adam
in,
are going
2
to
up.
take you through
Dead rig.
all the contenders that are
explode?
left in the event.
Nope.
So I would
Yeah.
definitely tune in for that.
Tune in for that. We will give you all the
Other
information
one.
in detail as we do on the Thursday show, but we'll do it live
We'll go
from
hit them-
Vegas instead.
Viva Las
go ahead.
Vegas.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I'm impressed, Seth.
Thank you. I hope I didn't get us demonetized.
You didn't go any further. I think it's okay.
The terrain, I don't think we did. I think we started on deployment.
More time
Okay.
to talk to the round.
I think we already have a clear winner. So,
Okay, cool. Just so you know, we're
Yeah.
because we can't go over because
there's another round. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. As long as you guys
No,
know where.
I got bottom
and
turn.
If you need me to come help, I'll come help.
Okay. Thank you. We'll try to speed up as much as possible. This
So that
one
was
is just
a
going
little
to go.
active judging by the head judge of the LVO, John Wehrmeyer. Just letting the players know their time limitations. We can't go over the round, so if they need help getting through this game to make sure we get an accurate score, he is there to help them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we want the judges to do. This is helpful for us and the players so they don't have to feel like they're getting rushed off the stage or anything. But we do need to make sure that the tournament will progress on time because we have 2 more rounds to play today.
We do, so we do not want to be here any later than we are required to
We
be.
already are. And I'm on a very different time zone along with a lot of people here, so it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, Vegas is a really weird experience for us because time doesn't exist
Time
when we
does
get
not
here.
exist, no.
It just everything blends together, man.
Yeah, all I know is it's LVO. That's
Yeah.
my date. That's the
we
date.
don't get to sleep. We
Nope.
just work.
No, we're working the whole time.
So they're all going to. Where's this guy? 4 can reach him. 2 cannot. So the 2 that cannot are going to go hit the boys. Sure. That's 2 mortals to the boys.
You see what John's doing here, Seth? You see what John's doing?
What is John doing?
He's not giving up.
He's not.
He is doing everything he can to get every single point he can.
He is a competitor.
He is a competitor.
He's not going to give up because he wants every point he can get.
He is bloodied, beaten, on the ground, just stood back up and said, I ain't hear no bell.
Well, he is part of a faction race. There are faction awards here as well.
That's true.
For the season, him and Innes Wilson were competing for Best in Tyranids. David Gaylord was also a contender, except David did switch armies. He's playing Chaos. So every point he gets here matters for that faction race.
Matter. So he wants to make sure he still gets the points. He may know he lost the fight, but it does not matter. He wants every point he can because he's got a different prize to win at this point, too.
Just goes here. He has a wound marker on him. And
he's at 2, right?
Yep, he's at 2. He's going right there. Weapon skill on a grot? 5. Excellent. I will survive. Catalyst is not active at the moment. Biovores are in progress. All right. So that'll be that where we're at. Cool. So we're gonna have a smite off these zoanthropes.
Sure.
I have to play spore mines.
Sure. So one.
Just clogging up the middle here. So this is a smite from the one zoanthrope.
You got it.
11 super smite.
That's for this one guy?
Yep.
This is when I do D6 plus 1?
Yep.
Go ahead.
4 mortals.
Oh, I'm down to 1.
I'll get him.
Oh, the battle of the century.
I'm gonna get him. These ones will smite.
Yep.
7 goes to a 10 because I'm no longer plus 1. Oh, I apologize. You can deny that.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Assuming, is this guy in range to deny? Oh,
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna save it.
All right, so it's a net 5 mortals to the truck.
Cool. Is that 1?
Oh my god, I should have killed him with a mine. I want to do it in combat though. It'll be better this way. When I wound you, I'll just get it later. Yep. When you wound you, I'll heal.
Cool.
So healed 2 wounds there and 1 on him.
Yep.
He's gonna smite, should hit the boss. That's a 9. Might as well.
Did you not want to interrogate or anything like that?
I do want to interrogate. Do you want me to reroll that?
Absolutely not. So that's a...
It's a 9.
It's a 9? I'll try to deny it.
Cool.
Is there any other thing I'm going to spend my CP on this turn? I need a 10. Sure, I'll reroll it.
Okay, so I have you a 0?
No, this seems dumb. I'm gonna save my CP.
All right, up the CP.
Yep.
Biovores are good. They're just doing their action or maybe shooting. Who could really tell? And then we are just shooting a spore assist into these boys.
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's way more than that. There you go.
I'm guessing it doesn't lose ballistic skill for being bracketed or whatever?
It does not. So it's ballistic skill 5. 382 on the boys.
Nah, blast. 3 dead.
Okay. All right. Good here. Biovores are going to shoot the war boss.
Sure.
Doesn't change the effects. It does, actually. 2 of them can see this guy, so 2 of them are going to shoot there.
Sure.
Direct line of fire. And then, actually, he's bottom floor. It's first floor blocking, so we'll just say can't see.
Yeah.
We'll just put 2 that can see here and the one that can't see there as well.
Okay.
I just want to, I just got to kill.
Into the war boss?
Into the war boss.
You got it.
So here's the 2 that can see him. It's 4 shots. 1, 2 mortals.
Cool. He's dead.
And down goes the mighty truck boss.
The mighty truck boss. Brought low by a Biovore.
Spitting a spore mine at him.
Biovore spitting a spore mine.
Bloop, bloop.
That was not as good as your Las Vegas impression.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
That is not what a spore mine sounds like.
I think it does.
I've heard spore mines. What you're talking about is the bath bubbles. That's what that sounds like.
I mean, they're as effective as bath bubbles this match.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Wow, shots fired.
Both of these fights. Here's the Ravener. Kill 2 saves.
AP 2, AP something.
AP something. You get a invuln if you want it.
Oh, thank you.
Wog.
2 dead.
All right, we'll just consolidate and engage them both so they can't bits.
Sure.
If I'm alive.
Yep.
Okay, that's your next selection.
We'll do rig into your...
With the 1 wounder?
2 wounder.
2 wounder?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
D3 plus 1 attacks. 3. 2 hits. 1 wound. Yes, strength 6.
Is that
2 damage? Sweet.
All right, 3 guys into the truck.
Yeah.
You know it's coming, right?
Yes, I do.
See if your arrows.
I want to see these guys kill a truck in close combat. Zone throws, headbutts.
Oh,
let's go.
Lucas, now!
My truck's in the turtle.
Now,
I was gonna get him. You know that, right? He should've
My
died.
Gretchen will beat this guy to death.
Unlikely, but I respect the
It's
effort.
true. It is unlikely. Boom, 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 boom. 20 attacks. We'll just do this twice. 6s. They're strength 3 because of the wog. 1 wound.
They get a +1 strength. They are too weedy. They should not. Down to 1.
Second half.
So it's 18 total attacks, right?
This is the 10-man squad.
Oh, this is they're 2 attacks each?
From the wog.
Lol. Go ahead.
1 hit.
No.
Nope. Other squad. You're in combat with the other squad?
I am, yep.
Because you want to prevent
I want
this.
to prevent the action.
Okay. So it looks like just like 3 guys are going to attack you. We'll only make 1 in combat, though.
Okay.
So that if I fail the morale check, I can still bits.
That's fair.
So 3 guys will fight you. 1 hit.
No.
No.
All right.
Cool.
Sorry.
So just morale for me.
Yep.
Boys. They break. 1 guy's left. It's the knob.
Oh, fascinating.
The Gretchen, they will stay on a 2. Damn it.
Good Gretchen.
All right. Anything else we need to do?
Nope.
It's the one time you get Gretchen to pass him around. You don't want him to.
Yeah, that's
You got a
what always happens.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Murphy's Law, right?
You got
It's
a
true.
banner at the start of this turn.
Yep.
Who is Murphy
I am picking
anyway?
up a
very unlucky individual.
2, 3, so I'll get another 12.
I thought he was commentating on AOS, right?
That was my turn 4.
He might be.
That was your turn 4.
Okay, so I got another 4 in
I can see
primary,
him.
another 0 there,
Yep,
another
I can see
12
him.
for you.
Hi, Paul.
Hi,
Your
Paul.
primary is already maxed, so we can write that down.
Yep.
It is.
I'm just gonna like try to get the. No, this is turn 5, so I can't bits over here.
Aha.
He's gonna walk over here and get the good bits.
It does sound like a cowardly thing to do.
Finishes at the end of the game, so I'll get another 3 on that.
Only if he's alive.
It's true. Is there spore mines on the bottom line?
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they're just doing the same shit as before.
Gotcha.
Same thing.
Sure,
me-
I'm gonna fall back. What? Yeah, that's right.
Falling back?
Yeah, I'm scared, dude.
Lucas. Thought we had a gentlemanly agreement here.
We did not. I'm gonna run away like a coward.
All right. No gentle orcs here.
Nope.
So you lost this fight.
Absolutely.
100%. All right,
100%.
Just wanted to make sure we were
We all heard
completely
it.
on the
He
same
admitted
page. It
on
looks
stream
like you
he
lost that fight.
Zone Throws won that fight. We all heard it.
It was a moral victory for the Nids.
Hey, that is more than a moral victory. Zone Throws just beat Orks in close combat. The Orks have conceded
Whoa!
to the Zone
We're just gonna
Throws.
get him out of the way.
But
should
not
be
this game.
ashamed.
But not this game.
Not the game.
Long charge. Let's figure out what that is. Sure. 2 minutes. 2 whole minutes.
I mean, you can do it a little bit on my clock, too. Same thing I said before, man. So that's 4. How far does he move?
10, so another 6.
6, so we could go kiss this dice.
Yeah, that would get him blown up on, right? I think if I want to follow the closest path either way, I'm going to get blown up on.
Yeah, if you follow the
So I'm just going to try to kill these guys for no prisoners points.
Unkind.
Okay. And then how far does spore mines move?
4.
4, so their max threat is 13 on a blow up. I'll just back up outside of here. He was right here, so
You're fine.
just do a
It seems like a thing that could have been done.
excellent bits on that objective.
Maybe not.
Man's here is going to smite.
Yep.
That's cocked.
Praying for that
Oh,
peril.
I need to. So this is an 8.
Not even in a tray, goes to 7. Better than 5.
1,
Mortal wound.
and then he's going to cast the laser power.
Sweet.
Perilously. Sure.
Oh, come on. You know you want it.
Do I automatically explode? What is it? 6 inches?
I believe it's 6 inches D6 mortals.
Okay.
So it's not gonna hit the boss.
my knob.
The truck's gonna die right now.
My knob dies.
Okay.
My truck, does it explode? Yes.
Oh my god.
So
Just
hold on.
brutal.
Let's resolve the D3 into your
Into the Zoes.
yes.
So
3.
it's a chain reaction of explosions. The kill ring explodes, killed the truck. The truck now explodes, and now the boss is going to take some mortal wounds as well.
They're just going
And
down in
the
a
boss
blaze.
goes down too.
Blaze of glory.
So all 3 of these units died to a peril.
Every single
4
one.
units died to a peril.
That is correct.
4 units killed to a perils. That's insane.
Oh my
Should have happened
god.
too.
Oh my god.
Okay. That was funny.
Well, that
I don't
just
know
cleared
the
up that
matter,
whole
but it is
board.
funny. And is that literally it?
That is it. We just have to fight each other over here.
All right, I'll take the first swing.
Yep.
You're no longer in the WOG, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll put all attacks into the this unit here.
Sure.
The 5, 3s, all, 2s, 4.
Is this red?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep, just trying to get as many prisoners as I can.
Red.
Nope.
Nope. Other squad. Get like 4 of them in.
Cool.
Nope.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, that's it. So I'll get a I'll take a morale check over there. They will flee.
So
and
5
there
left?
are 5 of them left. So 3 left.
Cool.
Which I think is enough for Green Tide because I've got 3, and then you killed 2 from that squad last turn. So I'll get a 1 on Green Tide.
So 1 on Green Tide? All right. Hilarious.
All right, over to you.
I think we're going to just spend a CP to advance them 14.
Sure.
And touch the objective.
All right, so this is in Lucas's hand at this point, right?
Yeah.
There's not enough possible scoring this round for John to catch up,
No,
right?
because the only thing that John really has to score more, he can get like 1 or 2 more banners, but no prisoners is the other thing, and Lukas also has that.
Yeah, and I think Lucas is actually going to score more
Yeah.
than John has on that category, so that's not going to close the gap at all.
So he's trying to just get as many points as he can, but
Yep.
It's not 1 point. Didn't change. Yeah, nothing to do there. All right. Spore mines are rendered moot. Biovores can only shoot what they have someone in line of sight of. These units are both in combat. I'll just stay there to get my prisoners.
Cool.
Nothing. I don't think anything else matters.
Nope. See if you smite me and then see how many
You're out of characters.
Yes.
Well played.
I blow myself up.
Spore mines can't do anything as we discussed.
Sure.
So we'll just smite you.
Yep.
Neurothrop will move up. Doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing to do. So we'll just smite the Zoes.
Yep.
3d6.
Yep.
You dead.
He's dead.
Well.
Rip.
All right.
Okay.
So that'll be the end of the game. I apologize. Please.
My Gretchen first.
Please.
It's your turn. Nope.
All right. He'll hit the bigger, whatever the larger squad is.
Cool.
2 dead.
Cool. Red squad will hit you.
Okay.
3 attacks. Nope.
Cool.
And I'm gonna auto pass that squad.
Sweet. You don't get any CP. You're well dead.
I was at 2.
I thought you were at 1, and then you gained 1 in my turn, which you can't do. Am I wrong?
I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were at 1 during your turn. It doesn't matter, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
So, it's fine. You can auto pass.
Yeah. If it's like a 1 point game, I'll double check.
Yeah, Lucas, I don't know if you've been looking at the scoreboard. It's not a 1 point game.
Okay. I've been like,
no, you've been doing fantastic.
So you get an 8.
I'll get an 8, and I hold 1 in the center, so I get that bonus
2.
again.
And Intero's at a 9.
Yep. I'll let you. My banners are just a clean 5.
Yep.
My no prisoners. I'll let you tell me.
Well, I give up exactly 140, and you didn't kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So 131 plus 2 bonus points.
15.
Cool.
So
I have my secondaries is 29.
That is correct.
12, 20. I have 26 as my primary.
Should be an even. Oh yeah. 26 is an even number. I know how math works. Yep. And then what's my prisoners?
Let me get my my tally. 12, 20, 24 wounds left. It means you just clipped 100. So 12.
Cool. My tide I have is a 2-2-3-1-1.
2-2-3-1-1 sounds right. So that's a 9.
Be a 9. And this is a 3-3-3-2.
Yep, we're tallying right now. You got 5
on turn 2.
On turn 2, then 3, then 3.
3 and then 3.
So 11.
Yep.
Okay.
So that should be a 32 on secondaries.
That looks right. So cool. 32 plus 45 for you should be 77. Goes to 87 with paint.
Should be
All right, so I think that is it. That is 87 to 65 in Lucas's favor.
That is the game. What a game. Extremely well played by both players.
Yep. And some amazing sportsmanship on both.
Amazing sportsmanship on both sides. Remember the things that John did to keep this game. He wanted Lukas to be at his best, and he got it. And
don't go anywhere, folks. There is the hug. That is it. They are done, but stick around. We're going to be doing some player interviews in just a few minutes.
Yeah,
but
stick
first,
around.
I believe we have an ad.
These gentlemen, because we want to get some updates from them on what they thought of the game, and then we're going to move into the next round. We've got more coverage to come, so stick around. We will be right back.
By the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Oh, it was super fun.
It was a good one.
Fun.
So how did you feel about that going into it? You were worried about the mission, right?
I was very worried about this one going in. I knew it was difficult. Orks are a very strong army. I got a lot of respect for them. The main thing I was worried about was momentum.
Momentum, yeah.
Yep. It was just with player plays terrain and everything else. I was like, how can I do it? How should I do it? I was worried that if I got behind the 8-ball, I would table him and get outscored.
Yep.
Which is close to where we ended up.
Close to it, yeah. Were you worried about an early wog, or were you hoping for an early wog?
Hoping for early wog. I was trying to put in just enough. I was trying to walk the line of him to come in, but he came in at the right time. I think he timed it really well. That was the problem. I needed him. I think maybe I had to put a little more bait forward, unfortunately.
Yeah, the screening you did was actually perfect. And he was thinking about bringing that kill rig over to the right side at one point. And we were thinking, he's going to walk right now. That might be too early. But it looked like he decided against that, too. Yep. But we needed to call out, too, the amazing sportsmanship you had in this game. The chat saw it, too. Like, that was incredible to see. Like, we love seeing on top tables, helping him to decide to not give his Squigosaur away early on.
Yeah, no. Not in this mission, man. That's the WOG and command points.
That is way too much. That would have been the game for sure.
I know.
Yeah, so
that's
just a great player all around too. Anything you would have done differently in this game now?
I think I actually needed to save my gargoyles. I tried to get them out to get something in, but I wasn't sure what it would get. The Storm Boys are really good because they obviously cleared that out. I think I need to save the gargoyles so that when I needed them, they could go be the move block.
Yeah.
The problem was that I used my spores as move blocks a couple times to save my life.
Yeah.
But then I didn't have as much pushback as I wanted to.
Yeah.
And on my critical pushback turn, I definitely felt like I felt flat. Mm-hmm. And part of that was that I didn't have as much push as I used to. I'm used to having the mines go soften things up, and my psychers were tagged up, so I didn't quite get there. Mm-hmm. So I think I needed to save the gargoyles or have a second unit in to get a little bit more screening, buy myself a turn, and then get the damage in the right spot. On that turn where it was make or break, I got to go in. I spent all my CP on it. Cause I'm like, I don't need an interrupt. I need this to work.
Yep.
It didn't work. And so I think I needed to just stage myself a little bit better there. Mm-hmm. But he played a great game, put me under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was a great game. Thanks for giving us such a good game there. Always a pleasure having you on stream.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
We do have a consolation prize for you, too.
Oh, thank you.
Since you're already a good player, let's help you get some painting done. With
there we go.
Another measuring tape. Maybe
I like that. I like that. Too. I'm going to see if I can give this to Lucas because I have 7 of these.
Even better. But he's already going to get one.
He's already going to get one, too. Darn it. All right. Well,
thanks for being
on. Very much. Thank you.
No problem. We're going to be right back with Lucas as well.
All right.
And here we are with Lukas Troller, the winner of the game, taking down the Boy King himself. What a crazy game.
Yeah,
well played, Lukas.
Thanks.
You are rightfully holding the chopper right now that we brought for you.
I'm the chosen of Gork.
You are the chosen of Gork. How'd you feel about the game going into it? Is this a good mission for you?
Yeah, I think it's a good mission. I definitely have a secondary advantage over Tyranids for sure.
Yes.
Orc secondaries are good. Tyranids are a little iffy. Mm-hmm. So felt pretty confident, but I knew John was a great player. So I needed to be really on my guard.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you would have done differently in this game? You played it seemingly flawlessly.
Yeah, I might have gotten more aggressive on turn 1. I definitely put the pressure on him, but I didn't run my army out.
Yep.
If I had known how much damage he was going to do to me turn 1, it really was less than I expected. I probably would have been more aggressive, honestly.
Think so?
Yeah, probably not a WOG on turn 1, but definitely moving my models up further.
Just putting a few more things in there, because John felt like if he actually was able to do more damage early on, then he would have been able to take that game out of your hands sooner.
For sure.
He thinks because you waited for the turn 3 WOG, that was what got you the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So you played the Tyranid matchup a lot, though. We were hearing that in the chat.
Yeah.
So you were comfortable going into it in terms of what he was capable of doing then?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, had a Tyranid roommate for 3 years, so we got all the Tyranid practice we'd ever going to need.
So is this list actually designed for Tyranids because of the meta style stuff, or is this is your list you always bring?
Not really. It's more of an all-rounder list for sure. It's definitely very good into Tyranids considering all the AP 1 and 2. Just puts them right on the invulns or just cuts right to a 6-up armor save.
Yeah.
So super good. But yeah, not specifically tailored for Tyranids or anything like that.
Just enough OBSEC and AP 1 to get through like those 3-up saves.
Yeah, we were actually remarkably matched on OBSEC. He had 2 units, I had 2 units.
That was convenient for both of you. It made the game a lot more interesting that way in terms of trading, and you had to be a lot more careful with your units.
Yep.
But congratulations again. You're going to be going 5-0, probably back on stream pretty soon. We got some more prizes for you as well.
Oh,
Not
let's
that
go.
you guys aren't painted well, but here's some more help for you too. Some more dry
Appreciate
brushes, measuring tape.
Thanks,
we'll be
guys.
back on stream with you, I'm sure, later on. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and we will be back again with another round, and not too long from now. Tune in, and thanks for watching.
FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.